Good morning, good morning. Can y'all hear me? Yeah, y'all can. Okay, what's up, chat? Good morning, good morning. NASDAQ is down today. S&P is down today. Oil is up to 102s for WTI crude at about $110 a barrel for Brent crude. We have Nvidia earnings this week. We have more strike fears and more. Let's look at it. Let's talk about it and see what happens today. If we take a look at the NASDAQ here, first of all, you can see the NASDAQ down to 29,102s this morning. A little bit of red. We did have the president tweet yesterday. So just to show you what the president tweeted, he tweeted this after basically more tensions in the Middle East. Like, it's not looking like anything's going to happen. We did get some things about back and forth, talks. But he said, for Iran, the clock is ticking and they better get moving fast or there won't be anything left. Time is of the essence. He tweeted this yesterday, about 18 hours ago, and again, you can kind of see oil still sitting pretty elevated on the day here. We put like a 5-day chart. You can see oil is up, hit highs of 104.37s this morning. 104.37s on oil. We have the NASDAQ. Here's the previous closing price. It closed at 173. A lot of people thought we'd have a really green open because of the China tariff news. Like, we got some optimistic stuff about US-China tariffs over the weekend, and so a lot of people speculated that we were going to have this huge green open today. That's not what we got. We did not get a huge green open. In fact, most markets are red this morning on renewed China or renewed Iran fears, strike news, and more. You can see we actually opened up a little green on Sunday's open yesterday before we pulled all the way back and continued down. And we rebounded a little bit from those drops, but we are still red on the day. Here's the S&P 500. The S&P is at about 74s right now, 7400s this morning. What's up? Let's see. Ava, Old Hack, Toby, Jonathan, Chef. Want to be a trader? Brian, Demetrius, JS, Zero Cool, Lee, Big Slum, Odd, BB, Rambling, My Dad's Account, Stoic, Keegan, Crypto Noob, Jay, Checkerboard, Elvin, G-Man, Dragos, Mama Pawn, Steve, K, Universal Code, Edson, Rambling, Big Bass, Kato, D, J. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on. He posted a lot of AI stuff, is what we've seen here. But we did get some stuff this morning. We got some news this morning. There was some news of explosions at the entrance to the Bab al-Mandab Strait into the Red Sea last night. So we did get that. That's one of the reasons oil is up. Let's see. Let's go through the full list here.
And good morning for me real quick.
Yeah, Britt's here. Britt's here, guys. The Baraka nuclear plant was droned, apparently. Trump on Tuesday has a military meeting in the Situation Room. So that's kind of one of the things people are going to be watching for. We did get a revised Iran proposal that was mediated by Pakistan. It did not mention uranium or the Strait of Hormuz. So it didn't mention, the Strait of Hormuz or their enrichment stuff. So, one of the things that you can see today, guys, is that yields are up pretty substantially over the last few days here. Markets are now pricing in potentially, a rate hike. I think it's like a 40% chance of a rate hike now. Not that long ago it was 1%. And so you can see yields. Here's 10-year treasuries. They're up to over 4.6% this morning for 10-year treasury yields. So yields are up. We do have the Fed minutes this week as well. We have Nvidia earnings. We have Walmart, Target earnings, University of Michigan consumer sentiment. Next week we have PCE and GDP data. But yields are up. Inflation fears, Iran, oil fears, and more. You can take a look at oil today. Here's WTI crude. WTI crude again at 102s. Right now 102s. And so let's see what we get today. What's up? Kato, Stoic, Shah, Yellow, J, Big Base. Is this week a bullish or bearish week? Let's do a poll right now. What's up, Max? Are you bullish or bearish this week? Bull or bear is what I'm going to keep it at on equities. Guys, what's up, Sam? Good morning. But yeah, that's the market today, guys. I did make a little bit on the, I'm on the Tradeify Cup thing. I did make a little bit. I think I made like 3,000. I was at the top 1,000. But now I've gotten booted out of it just for going to sleep this morning, guys. Now I am number 1125. 1125 here. I believe I could win. You know, I believe I could win. But here's me right now. 1125.
That's not near as good as 4.
What, Brett?
That's not near as good as like the 4 or 5 something you were. I'm just kidding. I know.
It isn't. No, that you're right. It's not as good. It's definitely not as good. Some say I was like 345. Some say that's lower than 1125. You know,
that's what I've heard.
Some do say that, Britt. Some do say that. And I am not winning.
I think you get back up there though.
I feel like I can too. You forgot to blame the chat. Yo, I blame the chat. It's the chat's fault. It might actually be the chat's fault.
If he hadn't had to get up to entertain you guys, he would have been trading all night.
Yeah, that's right. I don't sleep here, guys. Yeah, I did the poll. Are we bullish or bearish this week? 74% are bearish right now. 74%. So it is a bearish week here. I do think both sides want to get a deal done, obviously, but I think both sides are kind of playing hardball, and it's looking less likely we're going to get one soon. Hopefully it doesn't drag on too long. But aside from Iran stuff this week, I'm kind of disappointed we're back to Iran news, like, you know, in oil elevation and all this stuff.
But mostly just because I feel like it doesn't ever actually go anywhere.
It doesn't, man. It seems like it does. Markets react a lot, and then it just kind of stays the same, usually. I did see that Iran warned of a full-strength response to any attack. They said it remained committed to diplomacy, but warned it's fully prepared to retaliate. Their foreign ministry spokesperson said Tehran would respond with full strength to any reckless action, adding that Iran's armed forces could deliver new surprises to its enemies. And no offense to anybody here, but like, this just seems like a regurgitation of what we've already heard from them. And, you know, again, I'm not even saying it's just them. Like, both sides are basically like, you better get a deal done. Like, you better do it. You know? Yeah. And I feel like they've just basically been saying that for a month now. Not just them, but us as well, you know? So, again, because, again, look at the president. The president said this. Like, Iran better get with the program fast, basically. You know? So, like, both sides are basically saying the same thing.
Just or else.
Yeah, you better do it, or we're gonna extend the deadline again. Yeah. So that's where we're at now.
Which, I mean, I get that the posturing is part of like negotiating, or even part of, aggression. But still, it's annoying.
Right, for sure. No, 100%. So I gotta respond. Here, Britt, talk for a second.
Okay. So what do you think you guys think the market's going to do today? Honestly, I'm not very optimistic for the market today.
Yeah, both sides are saber rattling. Sorry, Britt, not to cut you off. I just told you to talk.
Keep going, it's fine. Honestly, like I don't really have anything to talk about like right off the bat anyway.
Yeah, markets are down. Excuse me, guys. Dude, it felt like the last like day I've kind of turned the other way out. My cough was basically better, and now it feels like it's getting worse again. No, we don't have any data today. Not really. The big data this week is Fed minutes. We've got ADP tomorrow. We've got Nvidia earnings and European CPI. Wednesday's probably the busiest day. Wednesday we have Nvidia earnings and the Fed minutes report going live. So we got Fed minutes, we got Nvidia earnings afterwards. So we got stuff going on Wednesday, basically. And so Thursday we got jobless claims, Philly Fed index. I'm kind of checking it out now, but yeah, this week's a little bit slower week. Last week we had CPI, PPI, and so we'll see what happens, but a little bit slower for data this week. I watched the Netflix fights. I saw them. Ronda Rousey tapped her out in about 3 seconds. Anybody could predict this. I even told my friend. My friend was like, Rusi's gonna win. I was like, yeah, Rusi's gonna win in about 10 seconds by armbar because that's what she does. Gina Carano, dude, get her out of there. She shouldn't have been in there. This was just a money grab, really.
The thing is, they're both older, but Gina Carano is older than Rousey. But like I think Gina Carano was kind of the beginning of like female fighters, just because she was attractive and she was pretty well rounded. But there was no chance she was going to win. Like pretty much zero.
Yeah. Honestly, the Perry Diaz fight was good. Like the Perry Diaz fight was very good. Bring back Perry back. You know.
Yeah, well, I've heard that his stand-up has gotten a lot more polished since he did the bare knuckle thing.
Yeah. Imagine you went to yeah, that's a bad move.
I'm sure you did too, but I pretty much guessed that Mike Perry was going to beat the heck out of Nate. I mean, I know Nate did.
I don't know, man. Nate will surprise you. You know.
He's too slow of a starter for someone like Perry, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, you're probably right. Perry's got the power advantage on him, and that's what ultimately took him out was power.
Yeah, well, to be fair, he's really like at least a weight class above him.
Yeah, no, 100%. Yeah. Anyways, so Fed Watch Tool has 99% likelihood that we do not cut rates this year. Why is it? I don't understand the Fed Watch Tool. I really don't. Maybe because of Warsh stepping in. But let's see the hike odds. 6.4%. By the end of the year, odds of a hike are all the way up to... people were talking about hike odds getting priced in here. What I see right now is that we have a 40% chance that we keep rates the same. We are currently here, right? So there's a 40.2% chance we keep rates the same. We got like a 13 or 14% chance we raise rates sometimes this year. This is all rate hike odds, but it's still not very likely. Let's see what October. Oh, I'm sorry. No, I am wrong, guys. I am wrong. Current rates are 3.5 to 3.75%. I was wrong. So odds are actually pricing in like a 50, really like a 54% chance that we raise rates this year. We're currently here, actually. You're right. So yeah, we have a 50-something% chance that we raise rates this year at this point in time in December from the Iran conflict. I guess high elevated oil prices making people more skeptical in rate cuts. In Warsh, I don't know, man. We do have Warsh stepping in. You know, Warsh is stepping in. Here's oil. So Warsh is stepping in. Oil's elevated. But you can see a 20-day chart. I mean, I don't know. Oil is kind of getting up there. You know, the last time oil was this high was May 5th or so. I guess that wasn't that long ago. So oil still getting up there. But
I guess the odds of a hike have gone up pretty drastically, but I mean, they can all the odds could always go back down. I mean, if they can go up, they can go down. They've done it before, you know. Yeah,
see, I see the chat corrected me. Yeah, current rate's 3.5 to 3.75%. Yeah, so yeah, y'all are right. The odds of a hike have gone up, and I don't know, man. With Warsh, they say Warsh wants to cut. He's not going to print as easy. He's not going to do quantitative easing and print and stimulate in that regard, but he's probably going to be a lot more willing to cut rates. Now, he's just one person. We'll see if he can get the Fed together and have them work in unison with each other. Another thing that's probably influencing this is Moran has stepped away from the Fed. Moran is not at the Fed anymore, and Moran was one of the most dovish heads at the Fed. You know, he was one of the big dissenters in the last few, Fed meetings. Last like 3-4 Fed meetings, Moran's been dissenting in favor of rate cuts when everybody else was basically wanting a pause. So with Moran out of there, that's another dovish Fed out of there. And with Powell staying on as governor, maybe there'll be some influence. But
a couple things. Did he give like a resignation statement, like a reason why he was leaving?
Yeah, this is I could show his resignation statement. This was it. I can find it. Yeah, here it is. He said, I hereby tender my resignation from my Board of Governors seat of the Federal Reserve effectively During my time on the board, I've argued that the Federal Reserve needs to do a better job accounting for non-monetary forces and their implications for monetary policy. Among these powerful forces are the consequences of lower population growth as a result of reduced immigration, which history teaches is disinflationary and leads to lower interest rates, and the effects of deregulation on the supply side, which is also powerfully disinflationary. I've emphasized that given monetary policy lags, policymaking needs to be forward-looking and begin to incorporate these efforts now. I've also stressed the importance of thinking critically about the inflation data, as inflation or the change in general price levels is not observed but constructed, and numerous biases are inevitable when constructing it. I have highlighted portfolio management fees and composition of quality adjustment issues in software as particularly salient biases now, as AI drives the stock market higher and creates powerful new tech. While there's always measured error in inflation, a severe problem arises when those errors grow over time. The expansion of noise due to these errors has implied an effective reduction in the Federal Reserve's inflation target. If the Fed does not adjust for these errors, it will run unemployment higher than it has to, fighting fake rather than real inflation. I've argued forcefully against this dynamic. And, let's see. Yeah, he said a bunch of other stuff too, but
yeah, that's a mouthful.
Yeah. He said some stuff. He said some stuff.
I was hoping to be a little more succinct, like easier to digest and comment on, but honestly, not really.
Yeah, he's basically saying the inflation data is crap, is what he's saying here. I'm not saying I agree with him, right? But that's basically what he's saying. He's saying the inflation data is not accurate. We are restricting the economy for inflation data that's essentially not accurate. And again, chat, let me know if you guys agree with this. He stepped down a couple days ago, right before the weekend. And let me know if you guys agree with this. Market is a little slower this morning. Oil is starting to fall a little bit here. Look at oil start to dip some. So oil is maybe coming down. I don't see any news yet on the tape. Let's see if we can find it. But yeah.
And also, I do think and I mean, you know more about it than I do, but while Warsh, I'm sure, is looking for any opportunity he can to cut, if that's in his nature, he's not going to do it to his own detriment or to the country's detriment, I don't think.
Yeah, look at oil come down. No, you're probably right. I don't think Warsh has been really critical of over-easing as well, and saying it causes inflation historically. So we'll see what Warsh does in that regard. But yeah, I see oil tanking right now. Look at CL futures. I see news.
One thing I see is the U.S. is trying to modify a long-standing military arrangement to ensure American troops can stay in Greenland. And
Yeah, that's what I saw as well. But I don't really. Yeah, I don't see any news that would influence this yet.
No.
Yeah, you see oil coming down, guys. Interesting. It's the Nasdaq is up, oil is down though, and it's by a pretty big volume spike. Like you can kind of see the volume spike here. So like look at the volume surge here.
Trump tweet.
Could be a tweet. I don't see anything. Usually those get circulated pretty quickly though.
Yeah.
I don't see anything on him. No, not a tweet.
Me either. Maybe it's something we just haven't quite gotten yet.
Okay. A source close to the negotiating team told Tasman that, unlike their previous text, the Americans have agreed in the new text to lift Iran's oil sanctions during the negotiation period. So this is the news I'm seeing come across the tape right now. Is right here.
Oh, that would most likely drop oil prices like this.
Yeah, that makes sense. That lines up. Yeah, so I just put the number in chat. I put the text in chat right now. Again, a source close to the negotiation team told Tasnim that unlike their previous text, the Americans have agreed in new text to lift Iran's oil sanctions during the negotiation period. So that is the news coming across the tape right now. And yeah, that would drop oil, make the Nasdaq rise. But
they should have told us about it beforehand so we could trade it.
I know, dude. Listen, let me short oil 5 minutes ago, dude. I'd take a short, you know.
Yeah.
Feed me oil, you know, shorts, guys. But yeah, we're down. Look at that. We're dropping. Let's see what happens here, guys. Looking at our polls, still 60% are bulls. Or 60%, I'm sorry, are bearish today. Institutional macro play, Nasdaq up, oil down. Well, Nasdaq up, oil down means geopolitics. right? Like if oil drops and simultaneously the NASDAQ or the S&P moves up, it's geopolitics related almost certainly. Not always. I mean, there's obviously outliers there, but most of the time it's going to be geopolitics.
I mean, is it sometimes just getting under? I mean, like, oh shoot, I forgot what I was going to say. Never mind.
Yeah, I mean, it could be markets pricing in less inflation. There's a lot of stuff that could cause that dynamic as well, but most of the time it's geopolitics. Whenever there's a big volume spike like this, like look, let me fix, like look. So most of the time when there's a significant enough spike in volume like this, like you can kind of see it here, where you just get a bunch of volume randomly coming in, and then simultaneously you get drops. And then also on the NASDAQ here, here's oil, right? But on the NASDAQ or the S&P, you get a big spike in volume on the same time frame, and you get a big move up. It's usually geopolitics, but this seems like it's oil's reacting more than the NASDAQ here. Here's the S&P. S&P is, I mean, it reacted too, but it's less. I'm tempted to buy this dip though here. Should I buy this dip? Yes. Should I buy this dip right now?
I don't know. Should I?
I don't know. The dip looks better on the S&P 500. I think I'm going to buy the S&P here.
Yeah, sorry, everybody. I'm not quite firing on all cylinders yet.
Oops, I just bought a mini contract here. I don't think I should. This is my Grand Cup account, by the way. What is on the screen right now? Do y'all see that? Do y'all see the big orange, bro?
Yeah, I do.
Heck? Why is it orange?
I don't know. Is your screen going out?
I don't know what's going on right there, dude. Oh, I see what it is. Okay, I fixed it. About to say, bro. Big orange. That was my nickname in high school, Britt.
Yeah, I thought it was.
Big orange.
Yeah. I mean, I have no plausible idea why that would have been your nickname, but
Don't question it, bro. Don't question it.
Because you were the one always carrying around like the orange water cooler for the football team.
That's right. That's right. That was it.
Wasn't that a gum? I don't think that was a gum. I don't know.
Big orange? No, you're thinking big red.
Big red is a soda.
No, what's the red one? There's a red gum. It's cinnamon.
Oh,
I think it is big red, bro.
Is it? I don't know.
I think it is, dude. Don't you doubt my gum knowledge, Britt. Come on now.
I don't chew gum.
Look at
it's
this.
not good for you.
Look at this right now.
I mean, not but...
You love to see it. I knew this would happen here. I knew it.
Yeah, U.S. has accepted the lifting of Iran's oil sanctions in its new text. Yeah.
Look at this. You love to see it. All right, I'm gonna take out $600 profit. Look at that. Wow. Look at this move. U.S. proposed temporary waiver on Iran oil sanctions. U.S. has accepted the lifting. See, we told you guys this early. You're welcome. We told you guys this early because now the big news is coming across the wire here. And it says U.S. has accepted the lifting of Iran's oil sanctions in its new text. The source close to the negotiation team told Tasnim that unlike its previous text, the U.S. has accepted in the new text to waive Iran's oil sanctions during the negotiation period. Waiving the sanction means a temporary lifting of the sanctions. Well, duh. Iran insists that the removal of all sanctions on Iran must be part of the U.S. commitment. However, the U.S. has proposed a temporary OFAC waiver until the final agreement. And this is popping markets right now. Look at the NASDAQ run here. This is making it move here. Look at this move. But the NASDAQ is ripping up here on this news. Look at the S&P right now. The S&P is going effectively green on the day now for the S&P 500 here. So the S&P is now green on the day here, guys. Green on the day for the S&P 500 here. Look at this.
And the NASDAQ just broke into the green too.
Yeah, oil is now red on the day. It's right at $100 a barrel here. I guess that's the benefit of getting news early.
So as much as this is already up, would you be comfortable going long at this period, like right now, if you haven't already?
No.
Keep going up?
No, I would not. I mean, I think it could keep going up, but I think it's a little. I need a pullback personally. Like I need to buy a dip. I'm not gonna just blindly buy it up here. This is it. This is good news, but it's not that good news. I mean, it shows they're working together. They're compromising. They're doing things, and that's great, right? But it's already, the market's already reacted to it. Look, here's oil. Why did you cut out? Cut out of what? Cut out of the trade?
Or did his voice cut out?
Yeah. Ugh. Alright guys, NASDAQ, we're at 29,264s. Yeah, we got that news a little bit early, man. Interesting. And this is what I'm saying. Markets will react at first, and then the rest of the market will start to digest it. You know. U.S. has accepted the lifting of their oil sanctions.
It looks like you're getting a little bit of your pullback.
Yeah, there's a little dip here. I might buy it.
Thanks.
Yeah. Yeah, I might buy it. All right, I'll buy one mini. I should be trading micros this morning, but that's all right.
Man, if only you knew what the market was going to do before it did it, you could make a ton of money.
Yeah, you could, dude. I'm trying to get my P&L to show, but it won't show. All right, let me remove this. All right, I bought the dip. I don't think I can add more, no I can't. I'm going to just cut this right here. It's dropping. I need to trade micros. Is what I need to be trading here.
What are you trading now? Full contracts or?
Yeah, I'm trading full mini contracts.
Okay.
There you go. It's a little bit better. All right, I missed out on some of it, but that's all right.
So was there any way that you could have guessed at the slight pullback just now based on the volume profile, or was it? Is that not?
Yeah, you can use the volume profile with it. We're in the lower volume area here, and so you know there's a lot of areas you can get into it. Use the volume profile to just kind of confirm.
Yeah, I mean, I was just saying, I know there's no like guarantee, but I was just wondering if that would have or could have indicated the slight pullback just now. That's all.
Yeah, it could. Like basically, you're getting past the high volume area and back into the low volume area, so it moves a little bit quicker. But this move was news related. The pullback, you know, the pullback you could probably gauge a little bit of it with it. But
yeah. The spike really, up I obviously was news driven, but
it's kind of a continuation though of like a very common trading move is like a big move up, a pullback that people buy into, and then a continuation. People call it like an A, B, C, D pattern, or you know, just a pullback. All right, so we're gonna add to this here, and then we're gonna sit here. Let's see what happens. Market wants optimism. This pop was driven by the news, guys, that just came out specifically on negotiating team told Tasman that the Americans have agreed in the new text to lift Iran's oil sanctions during the negotiation period is what this is. So we've heard that specifically, to break it down a little bit more, the U.S. has accepted the lifting of Iran's oil sanctions in its new text. A source close to the negotiation team told Tasnim. I don't know if I want to add to this. We're still green on the day here, but it's getting a little sketchy to add to.
I need to figure out how to add that orange vertical line you have on yours.
Yeah. And I'll add to this, I guess, but we'll leave it here. But yeah, it says, unlike the previous text, the U.S. has accepted in the new text to waive Iran's oil sanctions during the negotiation period. To waiving the sanction means a temporary lifting of the sanctions. Iran insists that the removal of all sanctions on Iran must be part of the U.S. commitment. However, the U.S. proposed a temporary OFAC waiver until the final agreement. That's the news. So yeah, the U.S. basically proposed suspending OFAC until a final understanding is reached, which is good news. It means we're working with them in some ways. So
I'm sorry, could you repeat all of that?
No, Britt. No, I won't. I will not. I will not.
No, I mean, I heard you, man. You know that.
I know you're just joking with me. Today we scuba. What? Scuba.
What's that?
As the top
Long
3
King Polly?
scuba, you know.
Look at your scuba.
Yeah. All right, guys, my risk level, it's a longer term trade, but my risk level is going to be about 10 right here, 10 to 12, 74 12s. My reward target's going to be back up to the highs. We'll see if we get it. I don't know if this is enough to make the markets rebound today. Oil's still down, though. More delay BS tactics. Trying to make a deal. They're allowing Iran to trade oil right now. The market will scuba dive. I think it was fake news.
I don't think it was fake news, but I do think it's delay tactics.
I think it's good news, but I think markets are don't care that much anymore, man. You know?
Well, I mean, it was good news, and we had a pop up, but then there's every chance that we could get another piece of news in 10 minutes or another tweet or something that's just going to ruin it.
Yeah. Yeah, look, this is the news for people asking right here. And really, we covered this a little bit before the market digested it. We covered it. We were like, okay, that's good. And then the market kind of waited
before it even
2
reacted
minutes.
to it, really. Yeah,
market waited 2 minutes and then came up. So subscribe, guys. Hit the notification bell. So Nvidia's price target was raised to $300 as AI demand strengthens. Gail Luria of D.A. Davidson raised the price target to $300 from $250, maintaining a buy rating. But yeah, U.S. is proposing temporary waiver of Iran oil sanctions is what this is. See if oil keeps dropping. I think they do front run the bad news. They've got to be taking some trades, huh?
So the target for Nvidia is $300?
It's a price target, yeah.
Yeah.
Like a longer term price target. I think it'll hit that eventually too.
Well, yeah, I was going to ask, did they give a time frame for that?
No, it's just a price target, you know.
Okay.
Like analysts will give out price targets, and it's kind of, I'm not going to say it's all fluff, right? Because price targets matter. But it basically is them saying, hey, I'm bullish on Nvidia and here's my price target, right?
Basically, it's just to encourage consumer sentiment of the stock.
Essentially, yes.
Okay. How are some of the other tech stocks doing today?
Yes. Yeah, so Microsoft had a pretty big rebound on Friday. Nvidia did not, but Nvidia is a little green on the day, actually. Now it's at 227s. Microsoft is all the way back up to 420s here, and this is after Microsoft. A lot of people are bullish on Microsoft. Microsoft had dipped down to 350s in April. So, this was back in March. So in March, all the way to 350s. Back up to 420s this morning, but still, you know, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Remember, they are desperately trying to save the AI trade. Are y'all bullish or bearish? Let me know in chat right now. Are you bull or bear on Nvidia earnings? Bull or bear, guys? Let me know.
I'll go bull on Nvidia.
Yeah.
Because it usually seems to do well.
Yeah, generally during earnings, it can do well, but I think it needs to do well. I think it needs to do really good for markets to go up, though. You know, I think markets have gotten more and more strict on stuff like this. What the heck is going on? Hey, shout out to Uncle B for the subscribe. Thank you, my friend. Whoa.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks, Uncle B.
But it seems like the market overall has become more and more reliant on that stock in general to drag it up or to stabilize it.
Yeah, over the past few years, for sure. Yeah, I don't know. Let me see. Hold on. Let me remove this. All right, I got it. I figured it out. All right, guys. Yeah, I'm trying to put my P&L up so you can watch me lose on this trade clearly and easily. You know.
Hey, I mean, I like seeing you lose. You know.
Oh, I'm losing right now. Oh, I'm a losing right now. You know.
I'm a loser.
Yeah, that's it. That's me right now, dude. I bought the dip. The dip did not dip back up. I'm probably gonna have to cut some of this. I cut half of it. I'm still basically flat on the day though. So, and it's an E of day trail down. So it's an end of day trailing drawdown. So I cut half of it. We'll let the rest be a little bit more loose with it. Oh yeah, 6 trillion market cap. Will Nvidia post market? Wait. All right. So I asked people, are you bull or bear on Nvidia earnings? Everybody's bullish. Bull, 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 bull. Still, nobody's bearish. Yeah, I wouldn't be very bearish on Nvidia.
I think I saw one person that was bearish, but that was outside the norm.
Yeah. Do we have any bears on Nvidia in chat right now? That's kind of a different tune too, because we've seen a lot of people that were bearish on microchips and AI stocks. So interesting. Anyone the price action on Tesla? You are, Jesse? Show yourself. Bears? You know, if you look like this guy, can y'all see this? Whoa, I'm bumping my mic. Look, can y'all see this? Can you see that guy right there? If you're him, let me know right now. All right, let me know if you're that guy right there. You know, you see him? Look at that guy. That guy's handsome up top. I don't know who that is, but look at that guy right there.
I think I've heard tell of this guy. I think they call him Handsome John.
I think that was his name. I'm pretty sure that's what I call him. You know, I call him that as well.
Every morning when you look in the mirror to reaffirm your worth,
I'm like, you know what? That guy's handsome right there. You know, that guy can trade.
You are confident.
Right, yeah,
you will conquer the day.
That's right. He can trade, man. That guy can trade. He runs the top three.
Looks like he's probably good at jiu-jitsu.
He's great. He's a great blue belt at jiu-jitsu. You know, he can trade well. His analyzation of markets is top notch. You know.
Yeah, he's a legend in his own time.
Buff Daddy.
At the very least, in his own mind.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. All right, guys. I guess I got to cut this trade. We've basically given back a lot of this. We're at a little bit higher volume.
Yeah, bad at trading, maybe. I don't know.
Me bear on Nvidia. Sam is bearish on Nvidia. Big money flowing from chips to software. Hence why I asked about CoreWeave. Yeah, losing right now. Steve, listen. One thing that trading teaches is that you might lose on an individual trade. But I'm pretty green on this thing overall, though. Like, I'm up like over $3,000 on this thing. You know, I was at the top 1,000, but I slept. You know, and apparently that's not allowed.
That was your mistake.
In futures. All right, that was my mistake, guys. I slept. You know, I went to sleep. I woke up, and now here we are. I did this to myself. I can't believe I decided to sleep last night. You know?
I know. I'm disappointed in you, John. Like, while I was sleeping, the whole time I was sleeping, I was dreaming about how disappointed I was that you were also sleeping.
Yeah. I mean, it's okay. It's all right. Lesson learned. Tomorrow, no sleep. Till Brooklyn, you know, or profits. So, yeah, so Brit oil is back down after Tasnim report on Iran sanctions. So this news is affecting things. Look at oil here. We'll come back to this, or actually I'll leave this up so you guys can still watch it. But oil, guys, here's oil. Here's the previous closing price in oil, 101 right here. So there's oil. Can't half-ass it. Yeah, that's right. You look cute. Raga, bro. You know, I mean. Okay. You've said that to me a couple times, bro. It's starting to get weird, dude. It's starting to get weird. I appreciate it, you know.
Flattered and whatnot.
Right.
You look cute.
Yeah, I know. I don't know how to respond to that. It's got to be a troll. It's got to be a troll. That's Brits oil now? Hey, I got a question. How come stocks don't trade 24 hours will still move overnight? What? What do you mean, Pew? I'm waiting for them to bring back single stock futures. So, because single stock futures are supposed to be coming back this summer, and in that we'll get to trade futures. We'll get to trade futures on big cap stocks like Nvidia, Apple, Amazon, and stuff. They say it's supposed to come back this summer, but we haven't really heard anything about it. But I'm really waiting for. I'm really waiting for them to bring back single stock futures.
Why were they gone to begin with?
Yeah. I don't know. They just got rid of them because they are always trying to control stuff.
Okay. Also, in regards to Sam's statement, why is big money flowing from chip stocks to software? What do you think?
Wait, what?
I said in regards to Sam's comment, and I'm asking Sam too, I'm just curious, why is big money flowing from chip stocks to software?
Probably because software is cheap right now. We've had a lot of pullbacks in software, and so people are more so looking at in terms of value. I've seen a lot of people that were like hyper bullish on Microsoft. Yeah, I got to cut the rest of this trade. No go for me. Honestly, I think this might be news driven here if we take a look at it here. Look.
All I see is Brent oil erases gain after a Tasnim report on Iran sanctions. Let me see if there's a tweet. Nope, no twit.
No twit? No tweet?
No twit.
No twit.
Yeah. No twit.
No twit. Okay, fair. All right.
A little bit of a double entendre. You know?
Yeah. Yeah. No twit. I'm for it, guys. No twit till Brooklyn. Britt's a rapper, guys. You know, he uses fancy words like double entendre. You know?
Yeah, they call me Heavy B. You know?
Right. B flow, they say. That was his name in high school. Yields up, rotation into... Yeah, I mean, honestly, what we looked at this morning, I see Jesse Hammond saying yields are up, rotation into strong cash flows and lower P&E, lower PE ratios. Nvidia earnings is volatility catalyst, de-risking rotation. Maybe. Yeah, I mean, I think what we're kind of seeing is markets are pricing in more headwinds than they previously priced in. You know, we're starting to see some of the initial hype of the AI stuff fade a little bit. But at the same time, I mean, look, when we look at some of these gains, they're very strong. PE ratios have changed. You know, historically, a good PE was like 10, 15. Like, that was like ideal PE ratio. Now, if we're in the 30s, if we're at 30, 35, bro, I'm like, that's a good PE. That's a good PE ratio. Like, we're 25, 30, 35. That's a great PE ratio. We have stocks that people are really optimistic about that have PE ratios of like 500, 300, you know, 200. Those are very high PE ratios. And even we've seen the standard in PE ratios start to change a little bit. Now people are more so looking at the historical PE ratio for that specific stock versus where it's at now to try to gauge value and price versus the number itself is the gauge. So, yeah. I think right now it's risk off a little bit, Jesse, especially after the stuff going on. But again, the thing about markets right now is that we can be risk off when the day starts, and then we can get some type of news that just completely retraces everything, and we start to go the other way, right? Like we were pretty risk off and bearish in markets right now. Here's the S&P 500. We were pretty risk off and bearish. Then we had that news that came out this morning. So this is a headline-driven market. It really is a headline-driven market. And again, if you just now joined the stream, the news is that the U.S. is proposing temporary waiver on Iran oil sanctions, according to Tasnim, citing sources close to the negotiating team. So basically, the U.S. has accepted the lifting of Iran's oil sanctions in a new text. They said, unlike its previous text, the U.S. has accepted in a new text to waive Iran's oil sanctions during the negotiating period. So what that means is it's looking more and more likely that we're going to have like a continued negotiating period here. That's why markets are up. That's why oil is down, is because it's just more harmony, more optimism for a longer term deal getting done eventually, you know, which is a lot better than the initial kind of catalyst that we saw this morning. So yeah, oil and the dollar slide down, stocks and bonds move higher. Tasnim reporting U.S. agreed to lift Iran oil sanctions during negotiations. We'll see if it holds, though. We'll see if it holds. We went up a lot from this. Oil, again, if we take a look at it, here's oil. Oil fell all the way back down, and oil is officially red on the day. Here's the previous closing price. Here is oil. It is officially red on the day now. And yeah, we'll see what happens, guys. Google is incredible. Hey, what's up, Faye?
Oh, I do feel good about... Sorry.
Oh, no, Brett, I'll keep talking, bro. You gotta step in and just interrupt me, dude. You know, you gotta step in and say, John, it's my turn to talk now.
I know, but if it sounds like a salient point that you're making, I try not to cut you off. But sometimes you pause so long, I'm not sure if you're done talking or not.
All my points are salient points, Britt. You know?
Oh, well, never mind. Never mind then. Well, all I was going to say was, while I feel good about this short term, I also feel like at some point within the next, you know, days, weeks, whatever, we're going to end up right back where we were. And it doesn't seem like it's going to hold up long term.
Yeah.
Maybe that's, you know, a very simplified view, but it's just what I think.
Yeah, people are talking about Walmart right now. Yeah, it's interesting.
Taking out insurance on their employees again.
Walmart has a great chart, man. A great chart. I'm still in Target, I believe, too. You know, I remember buying Target at like 85 bucks. People were shaming me for it. Look at me now, guys. My average price at Target. Let's take a look at it. My average price at Target is $86.50, bro. $86.50, bro. Somehow I got in almost at the lows. I got in right here for Target, literally right here, 86.5, somewhere around here. I don't know where I got in. I think it was back here. Might be the greatest entry I've ever done in Target. Greatest entry I've ever done.
Take a look at him now. Sorry.
Yeah, I gotta mess with Raga. Raga says big jump. Sorry, Britt, go ahead.
No, it wasn't important. I was just doing the same thing as you comment on somebody in the chat.
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta realize I ran the stream for years by myself, so I just talked, you know. Now I got somebody here. I gotta let them talk sometimes.
I will admit your ability to fill space is impressive.
No, dude, listen. That's what I do here. That's what we do. I'm also still in Oracle here, guys. So I'm still in Oracle. Look at this. I am still in Oracle. Oracle average price is 166. It's at 192s. You love to see it. I'm in Nike still. I think I'm down in Nike though. Yeah, I'm down in Nike for sure. Is it time to buy Nike? How's the shoe market, bro? Honestly, funny thing, like I'm not that into sneakers. Like I get my shoes way too dirty to like be a sneakerhead. You know what I mean? Like I'm like if I buy a $500 pair of sneakers, bro, they're gonna be dirty in about a week, bro. I remember I would buy nice shoes. I would get like a new pair of Air Max, and like some of my sneakerhead friends would be like, "Ooh, those are great Air Maxes, bro." Within a week, dude, dirty as hell. They're dirty as hell. And so,
yeah, honestly, it's a good decision you made. Like not like to stop buying expensive shoes like that. I got a buddy that I work with that I don't know why, but like every night he wears collector edition like custom Jordans to work, and he's working in a bar, dude. Like he gets them so messed up, and it's like $300 or $400 shoes.
Yeah. Nike, my average price is 57. 57. It's at 42s right now. Worst entry ever, right there, guys. Worst entry ever. I'm in Microsoft, believe it or not. My average price in Microsoft is 380s. Microsoft's at 420s right now. Dang. I bought the dip. That is working out pretty well. I'm in Coca-Cola. Average price is $66 a share. It's at
you cut 80. Out your Coca-Cola?
Yeah, I'm in Coca-Cola. Average price is $66 a share. It's at 81s right now. I'm in Home Depot. I'm down in Home Depot, though. Home Depot might be time to buy more of this thing. It's at my average price is $375 though. I'm down like 20% or whatever that is. Not a good level. I redeemed myself on these last two. I'm in Amazon right now. Average price on Amazon is $197. We're at 260s for Amazon. Great trade, up huge percentages there. And Apple, average price on Apple is 255s. We're at 298s.
Dang.
Yeah, doing pretty good. Pretty good there.
So, who thinks Nike's going to shift to AI to compete with Bird?
They might, bro. That'd be funny pivot, though. I'd buy them. You know, Nike AI.
Yeah.
Nike AI. I'd buy them, you know?
I would, too. Especially since Nike means victory.
Yeah. Don't let Britt talk. He's still on probationary period. Make him work for it. That's right.
I have worked for it.
You know.
You leave me alone.
I'm going to follow that. You know?
Whoever that is just hating, is what it is.
He's the truth spewer here, I call him. Apple looks cool for now, yeah. I mean, honestly, Home Depot kind of looks good for now. Because the thing about Home Depot is like, you know, the only dynamic you can really price in is mail order stealing, like taking business away from these companies. And I have a wife that loves plants, right? Nobody's ordering plants mail order. Like nobody's getting plants shipped to them, really. Nobody's getting wood shipped to them, really. Most people are going to Home Depot. Lowe's is basically done for, if I understand that dynamic. I haven't been to a Lowe's in years. Maybe it's just me. But either way, the point is, I think there's resilience in Home Depot. That's why I bought it before. Maybe I'll add to it. I don't know.
Wait, why do you think Lowe's is done for?
I just haven't been to a Lowe's recently. And every time I look at Lowe's in my area, at least, Lowe's is pretty empty. It's pretty empty.
They're not as... Even though they carry like basically all the same stuff as Home Depot, they're just not as good for some reason. I don't like going to Lowe's either. I don't know why. I kind of enjoy walking around Home Depot, but Lowe's just kind of sucks.
Yeah, Lowe's, I don't know, dude. I really haven't been to a Lowe's in years. I don't even know I can't even remember the differences, to be honest, in Lowe's and Home Depot.
There's not really any differences from what I can tell, except for maybe Lowe's has like a larger like vanity section, like bathroom remodeling section. That's about it.
Yeah. I see Lowe's is big in St. Louis still. Lowe's and Home Depot are the same. Yeah, I don't know. Real quick though, guys, give me a follow on x.com at Beginner Trades. So Nvidia earnings, according to Morgan Stanley, they see a strong beat and lifted forecast, expecting another beat and raise quarter, about $3 billion above estimates and $4 billion higher guidance. They lifted revenue and EPS forecasts across multiple years. They now project faster growth driven by AI data center demand and Blackwell Rubin products. The firm raised its price target to 285 from 260 for Morgan Stanley. But again, give me a follow at x.com at Beginner Trades, guys. At Beginner Trades. Here's the link. If you don't follow me on x.com, I'm judging you. I'm judging you if you don't follow me. Here's the link right here. There's a link right there. Bitcoin is jumping and looking handsome like you. Bitcoin's looking cute today, bro, right? I knew it.
Handsome Bitcoin John.
Yeah, Bitcoin's down. It's not looking cute. You know. Couldn't hold. It was over 80s. Looking good. Let's watch 75s now. It's been in a downward trend really since last week. Thursday last week, Wednesday, Thursday last week. I think all the inflation data freaked it out though. Bitcoin wants easing and it's hard to ease with so much inflation. Rate hike odds went up. And so, you know. Hey, thank you for the follow, Jay. I appreciate it. Thanks, Jay, for the follow. Y'all be like Jay. Follow me on x.com. Home Depot is like Walmart and Lowe's. It's like Kmart. Dude, Kmart had the greatest video game section, though. It really did. Kmart video game section was... You know, Kmart video game section was this. It was great. It was great.
I just made like $15.
Hey, nice. You trading, Brent?
Just a little.
Yeah. That hurts, Sam.
I just took one share.
Yeah.
And then
which way?
And dropped it.
Short or long?
I went long, and then as I saw it begin to turn red, I actually correctly predicted the drop.
Nice. Yeah, man. Keep trading, dude. Keep doing it. Everybody give Britt a round of applause today because Britt did it. He traded. He's learning.
Eventually, once I get good enough at it, I'll do it where you guys can actually see it. But for now, I'm just practicing.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm in the qualifier right now, X. I'm up about $3,000 in it. Yeah, applause Britt in the chat here, guys. Do it now.
Thanks, everybody. I appreciate it.
Ugh. Kmart, dude. If I can go back, last Kmart I went to actually was in Michigan. This was still like 10 years ago. Yeah, well, it was still like 10 years ago. They had a Kmart in Michigan when I went there. So yeah, last one I went was in Michigan. I remember.
Are they? Wait, is Kmart completely out of business? I mean, I haven't seen one in a long time, but I don't know if did they completely shutter?
I don't know. You know, I was in Michigan, ironically enough, another Michigan store, and I went to a Radio Shack in Michigan last year. You know, first thing I asked them, I went in there, I needed like Ethernet cords or something for my computer, like super long Ethernet cords, and they were the only place that had it. And I was like, how are y'all still around, Radio Shack? Like, what are y'all doing here? You know? And they were like, oh, well, we're a standalone business. Like, basically, they got grandfathered in, and they chose to keep it running, you know? And maybe in Michigan where I was, which was like the country, like basically like farmland, you know, let me think of the older people there are less likely to order from Amazon and more likely to go buy at Radio Shack. And so they had a reason to keep their business around. They can't be making money, though. They can't be making money in that store, you know? Like, nobody was in there when I went. It was a Saturday. But maybe, I don't freaking know, man. Did you...
I have fond memories of Kmart, but I have more fond memories of Radio Shack. I wish they were still around. Like, it was a good specialty store. You know, the people in there genuinely knew what they were talking about, and they could really help you and direct you to the products you needed.
Yeah, you go look at like you go take a look at like the really, I'd go look at the video game section. That's all I would do, you know. All right,
yeah,
guys.
I did that too.
I'm tempted to buy this dip again.
Thanks, you guys. Over under to when Britt blows up his first account. It probably won't take long, Blue. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, you got some applause, Britt. I see it in the chat, man.
Yeah. Look, honestly, guys, I'm going into this. Thank you, I appreciate it. But I'm going into this very sure that I'm going to blow the first account. Like it's just kind of inevitable when you first break into it. I think, you know.
No, dude.
But I'm okay with that. It's practice.
Speak positively, Britt. You got this, dude.
Okay, fine. I'll never blow an account ever.
Ever.
And
That's
if I do, you guys won't find out about it.
Oh, that's definitely true. You know, I can't say, dude. You know how many accounts I lost, bro? The chat's not here to freaking word for me. That's every person on YouTube, though. Like every person on YouTube can pretend. Like, dude. Everybody knows sometimes. You know, especially somebody like me who goes through accounts. You know, sometimes you just don't want to talk about it. You're just kind of like, you know what? I don't feel like talking about this right now. You know.
Yeah, well, it's kind of like on Facebook. Like, you know, like my life is absolutely as perfect as it seems in all these pictures.
Yeah, 100%. ServiceNow, I did see ServiceNow gapping up a little bit here today, so we'll come back to this trade. I did see ServiceNow gapping up a little bit today. ServiceNow is up. Yeah, they partnered with Experian to power autonomous AI agents, is what this is. So they're doing pretty good. They're up there. You know, we're watching them.
I need to study about all these different tech sector companies.
Yeah. The time is now. Are y'all bullish?
The chat has been right about that.
Yeah, don't think like that, Britt.
What, that I need to study?
You gotta... No, dude, who needs studying, bro? Who studies around here, man?
Well, I'm getting more and more interested in it. Like, I was already pretty interested when we started this, but it's gotten more and more enjoyable to see how everything intersects and intertwines and affects, you know, different sectors.
Yeah, it's fun to do, bro. It really is. So, Stellantis, Accenture, and Nvidia plan AI manufacturing partnership. I did say I see U.S. imports hold up despite weekly dip, according to Goldman. They say U.S. imports from China slipped week over week, but remain up 9% over the year, according to Goldman Sachs tariff tracker data. So we do see that going on. Let's see if we continue here, but the big story is Nvidia this week.
Does anybody in the chat know any of the steps that the EU is supposedly taking to combat an influx of Chinese, I guess, imports for EU, but exports for China?
Yeah. So I see Decker saying any crazy data reports coming out this week. Yeah, we have the Fed minutes report and we have Nvidia earnings. Those are the two big main events this week. Wednesday is for both of them. We got the Fed minutes report at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Wednesday, and then we have Nvidia earnings like 2 hours later. Nvidia earnings is going to be the biggest, like most influential thing, though, to potentially move markets here. So Nvidia earnings are going to be the big catalyst this week that everybody watches for sure. Brother, I said stock doctor, but it's the Outlook Therapeutics. What's the odds if a truth post erases all the good news today? I would say like 25% likely, 30% likely. It's not nothing. Yeah, join our Discord, guys. There's our Discord link right there. Join it. Appreciate it.
It seems like in the last month or so, really, that he's been stepping on his own feet a little less on Twitter or Truth.
I don't know, bro. You gotta look like.
I said a little less, dude.
I know, but this is coming. Like, look, if I pull up Truth Social, like, look at this, dude. I had to scroll for so long, looking for some of these posts here, dude. Like, I scrolled for so long looking for some of these posts.
I do like the Space Force thing. That's pretty funny.
Did you see that, bro?
yeah, dude.
Look, you're talking about this right here. Look at this right here. Space Force, guys. Yes, you know. Oh my goodness, dude. It's funny. I'm gonna cut this and just wait. I'm trying to get into a trade here, guys. I'm trying to get into a trade that goes green that I can manage a little bit more, but we're just not really trending easily. We're putting in higher lows. Maybe it'll go back up, but I will wait here. And again, this is my Tradeify Cup account. But yeah, the Space Force post is definitely funny.
Yeah, it was.
It's funny because of what it like. It's just it's him. It's like him. What's the game?
He's a troll.
Well, what's the game? I'm
not being ugly about it. You know.
No. What's the game? What's the sci-fi movie about the kid that has to like save the world? Ender's Game. It's like him in Ender's Game right now. right? Like this looks like him in Ender's Game, you know?
Yeah, and he looks just like Ender Wiggin.
Yeah, he does. He does.
Also, the movie was terrible. The book series is awesome. It's it's the best sci-fi series I've ever read.
My whole family likes the movie, Brent. Don't attack us. You know?
Well, read the books and you'll see why the movie doesn't live up.
Yeah, maybe.
Don't you argue with me. I know about this.
The movie's great. The movie's great. Don't hate on that movie. I didn't see the Alien post.
Max, all I can see is Rick Moranis. I can't believe they're making a sequel to Spaceballs, by the way.
Yeah, I see that. They're making a sequel to Grind as well. They're making a sequel. I watched Project Hail Mary over the weekend, too. Great movie. Great movie.
Really?
Yeah. Very good. Very good. All right, anyways. Is there an oil short in the mix here, guys? Oil is now technically green on the day, though. I don't know if I like it as much.
They made a book from that movie. No, I mean, they made a movie from those books. It's like 13 books in the series or more at this point.
Yeah. Also, guys, if you haven't already, check out Lucid. Great way to learn how to day trade. Most day traders lose money. Lucid has 50% off right now. 50% off for two uses. So if you use my link here, get 50% off. Yeah, 50% off Lucid. There's the link right there. I'll pin it to the top of the chat. But yeah, you get 50% off Lucid for 2 uses right now. So check them out. Great way to learn.
Awesome. Also, everybody, hit the like button if you haven't already. Join us in the Discord. All the support is appreciated.
What are the likes at right now?
I see 124, but let me refresh.
Yeah, that's right.
Still.
Yeah.
Okay. And I haven't read that book series yet, Sam. Right now I'm reading the Expanse book series, which is also really, really good. Very in-depth, though.
Yeah, I watched one episode of The Expanse. I never really got into it.
You should give it another chance because it is a very good show, especially the first couple of seasons. But the book series is absolutely awesome. It's just really, really deep. Like it's a very thought out, detailed universe.
Yeah, it was good when I watched it. I just never. We have so many shows we watch. I never finished it.
I know. I really enjoy it. What is it? Night of the Seven Kingdoms. That was a great show.
I know it's not done, but yeah.
Ender's Game 2, The Orange Menace.
Yeah. Did y'all join our Discord? Okay, we got somebody that did. Fashion
did they?
joined our Discord. Somebody did.
Awesome.
Shout out to Fashion. Thank you, Fashion.
Thanks, Fashion. You rock. So you already read this, right? Stellantis, Accenture, and Nvidia plan AI manufacturing partnership. I think you did.
Yeah, I saw that.
What could that what's the word? I don't know. What could that portend for the AI market, in your opinion?
Hold on, Britt. Sorry, I'm in this trade right now. I'm trying to figure out if I want to add to it at the previous closing price, real quick, guys. We're right at that previous closing price. I guess I will. Actually, no, I'll wait. See, I'm trying to get in small. I think the way to win on these is to get in small and then add to it. But for now, I'm just gonna have to chill and wait. We're pretty much flat here.
I'll check it out, Sam. I'm interested in it. I'm always down to find a good new series. And if you haven't, Sam, read the books from the Expanse series. They're much better. How's your trade going, John?
We're flat right now, basically. We're putting in higher lows though, which is a little bit more bullish. I got in a couple different times with a full mini contract. I think it was just too large, and so now I'm in about half a mini contract.
Okay.
So we're green now, but we're basically flat. I'm trying to let it work. So yeah, regarding the Stellantis, Accenture, and Nvidia, they're all three partnering together. What's interesting is that I'm reading they're building what's called digital twins of Stellantis car factory, which is a virtual replica of a real factory, a live simulation that mirrors the physical plant in real time.
That's cool, but is that just in case people want to take a tour and see how a car plant works? I guess.
Yeah, I'm trying to see this. Real-time optimization. The virtual plant runs alongside the real one. AI spots inefficiencies live.
Oh,
it validates
that's cool.
Before it builds. It tests a new production line in simulation before spending money on physical changes. It catches defects and failures before they happen instead of after, and it fewer expensive mistakes on the actual factory floors. Is what's going on here.
It's a really cool model.
Yeah, well, that's how they're going to be using AI. It'll save them money long term. Is essentially what it is. Which is a cool way to do it. Definitely a cool way to do it.
I'm 9 o'clock. How AI... Sorry.
No, sorry, Chef. 9 o'clock incoming. Yeah, that's in like 40 minutes, though. Go ahead, Britt. Sorry.
Oh, I was going to say, I'm interested to see how AI is going to affect the medical field long term in terms of catching illnesses early and making more accurate diagnoses and prognosis.
Yeah. What's up, Jono? Yeah, it's going to affect it a lot. You missed basically, there's some news that we have coming out today, specifically the big news that moved markets earlier was that, let me find it. The big news that's moving markets earlier is that U.S. proposed temporary waiver on Iran oil sanctions, according to TASS and inciting sources close to the negotiating team. All right, so we finally got into this green trade here. I'm going to add to it if it gets up a little bit higher. I'd like over 25s before I add to it here. So yeah, we're in this now. And we're waiting, but that's the big news affecting markets. Markets opened up red today and oil opened up. But since that news came out, it's kind of reversed. Now oil's down a little bit. It's still, I think oil's still technically green on the day, but it's very close. Yeah, if you look at oil here, oil is basically flat on the day now when it was like really green. It's still elevated though. It's still up. So we'll see. Beginner, man, how are you so happy when we are losing money? Losing money to what, Bluebird? Could you please tell us about IONQ? IONQ's a stock. I mean, it's had a pretty good couple months rebounding back up, but
all right, made 20.
Long-term trend is sideways. Nice. 80% bull, next leg down.
I have a feeling I might be the greatest at this.
Yeah, I mean, Britt, I believe in you, bro. Listen, you know, I believe in you. Nasdaq is up here. We're at that. I wanted to get over 25s before we add more to this. We have about half a mini. Yeah, who's we? Beginner Bluebird.
Mr. Bluebird's on my shoulder.
Right. You know, I click on their, I'm looking at their profile right now and I expect to see like a bunch of like bird videos. Instead, it looks like it's a bunch of Call of Duty videos. Yeah. I don't know. Jay, pre-market scan found. Yeah, we're here. Looking at our poll, we're 51-50 though. 51% bear, 49% bullish. I've tried Call of Duty. I just don't get into it as much. I'm more of like a Halo guy. I like Halo. What I liked Rainbow Six Siege, but I can never get Brit or
that was really good. It was really hard, but it was very realistic.
Dude, I thought it was fun.
It was fun, but it was hard.
Yeah. I was the greatest at it. That's why they don't want to play it anymore, you know.
You were the greatest. Although our other buddy was really good too.
I guess, bro.
I won't say his name just in case he wouldn't want me to, but you know who I'm talking about. The only other person we played with.
Chris?
Okay, yeah.
Dude, the first name, bro. How many Chris's are out there, bro? You know what I mean?
Only one in all of the area that he lives in. He's very easy to find.
It's not like I'm going to say his last name, dude. I'm not going to say our friend's last name. You know?
I'm not going to say it either, but I'll spell it. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I liked the Call of Duty games, but like after Modern Warfare 3, they kind of went to pot, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, dude. I haven't played them in a while. I played.
They've gotten much more childish.
We played with Jesse not that long ago. It was they were all right. You know, I didn't
It was
mind them.
childish.
Yeah, maybe. Chat's gonna be upset at that. John, respectfully, for someone who owns his own library, Britt seems much more well-read than you. Oh, Britt is more well-read than me for sure, 100%. Britt reads a lot more. I'm mostly a non-fiction reader, and so I will read, but I read non-fiction stuff. Britt reads everything, really. You know.
Yeah, I mostly read fiction. I read quite a bit of nonfiction as well, but mostly I consume my nonfiction stuff through documentaries.
Yeah, my issue, I put on a documentary, I'm asleep in about 5 minutes. You know?
I love it, especially like Ken Burns stuff. Basically,
Yeah.
you can just pick one of his documentaries, and I'll sit there and watch the whole thing. I love it.
Yeah, so Michael Saylor, MicroStrategy, buys 24,869 Bitcoin worth $2 billion. So it looks like Saylor's starting to buy up Bitcoin again. RBC also sees limited 500 or S&P 500 downside up to 10% correction. RBC Capital expects the S&P to reach 7,900 over the next 12 months, implying a 7.7% upside, while warning that any pullback is likely to stay in the 5 to 10% range. Do you guys agree with them? I think what I'm curious about is the NASDAQ hitting 30,000. Like, if we look at the NASDAQ here, the NASDAQ is still very close to 30K. And I think the $30,000 level is such a big level in the NQ. That I think the closer we get to it, the more likely it is that we actually test it and potentially break it. So it is Chris Hemsworth. That's him. You know, that was him. You know, we hang out with him on the weekends, guys. You know.
Where'd you find that posting that you just read?
Social media.
Okay.
Yeah, like social media is where I see it. There's a bunch of different ones, but yeah, Michael Saylor buying almost 24,000 Bitcoin. We can take a look at strategy here. It'll always be MicroStrategy to me. It's at 172s. Bitcoin's down a little bit. It's still up though. It's over 75K, which is good. You know, we'll see if that holds. Here's oil. Oil is at 101s. So oil's technically red on the day though, which is an optimistic sign. It's definitely an optimistic sign relative to. Excuse me, guys. Violent sneezer here.
Oh, God bless you.
Oh, dude, sneezes. They feel good. They feel good. Like, I feel better now. But man, what a sneeze!
I aired you out.
Yeah.
Sure, you don't have some kind of allergies to your dogs?
It's definitely not the dogs, no. If it's anything, it's pollen outside, but I don't think it's that. Dude, I'm telling you, I got that cold 3 weeks ago, and my sinuses have been kind of wacky ever since. Like, I have this little like doot 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 noise in my ear. It's only when I lay down though, so which is good. It means it's not blood pressure. It's got to be is it eustachian tube dysfunction? That's what it has to be. You know?
Maybe just fluid behind the ear.
Yeah, it's just it'll get better. All right, so Iran claims U.S. may accept oil sanctions relief in new negotiating text. Semi-official Tasnim says Washington has agreed to discuss lifting Iran oil sanctions and temporarily suspending OFAC restrictions until a final deal is reached. Citing a source close to the Iran negotiating team, says Tehran's new proposal insisting on reopening the Strait of Hormuz under a quote Iranian model. According to the report, Iran would retain control over shipping routes and arrangements with transiting vessels, while the pre-war regime in the strait would not be restored. The report also claims the U.S. naval blockade would be rapidly lifted as part of the process. If accurate, this would confirm that Tehran is not negotiating a simple return to normal, but attempting to institutionalize a new post-war security and transit architecture in Hormuz under predominantly Iranian terms. Cannot independently verify this report, though. So, honestly, that's going to be bad for oil. You know, if they control it. And so we did have the New York Fed Business Activity Index. It showed at negative 5.8 here. Guys, negative 5.8 just now. Here was the report right here. It just showed up. Not a market moving report, though. This is not really going to move anything. Here's the NASDAQ right here. Here's the S&P. So We're all technically green on these things, but
yeah, long term, if they can control the trade, I don't think that'll be good for oil.
of course not. Yeah, it's
I agree with you.
Yeah.
Because I think the first thing they're going to do is start trying to charge tolls again.
Yeah, for sure. Somebody said, can you trade Bitcoin? Yeah, you can. Here's micro Bitcoin right here. So you can trade micro Bitcoin on these platforms. Here's the S&P. We seem to be holding somewhat here. Any word on the...
What are gold and silver doing today? I don't think we've really looked at those yet, have we?
No, not really. We can take a look. Here's gold.
Okay.
Gold is elevated on the day, but it's still down from that 4,700 level it was at. You know, so here's gold. Gold's up on the day, but, you know, gold had a tough week last week with higher inflation data, less likely for easing, more hawkishness, more hawkish sentiment for gold and silver. So here's gold, here's silver. They're all down pretty significantly over the last week just because of the high inflation data that we got last week is what this is. So.
Okay, well, does anybody think it'd be a good time to buy gold and or silver?
Yeah, do y'all want to buy gold or silver right now? It looks a little cheap, you know, relative to where it's been.
Yeah. Long or short today? Long, probably.
I see somebody saying any word about the liquidity injection at 9 a.m. There's no hard, like, news that that's actually going to happen. We're going to look at it and watch it, but there's no real confirmation that that's actually happening regarding the liquidity injection. You know?
Yeah.
So treat it with caution, basically. We're going long. Yep. Long or short right here, chat. I do still have the sinus thing. We're going long. $50, $70.
I'm having a little trouble here now.
First, no longer Jay Powell. In what? In trading?
Yeah, no, I mean, I haven't lost anything yet. I'm just, the trend's becoming a little tighter. Oh, wait.
Yeah, well, there's a very famous quote, Britt, and it goes, money is not made in trading, money is made in waiting. So you do not want to kind of just glide through too much. We're in this trade right now. Look, just to put it up. And we're green. We're starting to get a spike right now, too. Look at that spike. So we're starting to get something going on.
Yeah. So would you get in on a long right here or no?
Well, let me see if there's anything going on first. Iran starts Bitcoin-backed shipping insurance for Hormuz Strait. See this news. Again, Iran starting Bitcoin-backed shipping insurance.
Huh. Good for Bitcoin, maybe.
All right, I'm going to take a little bit off here, guys. I'm going to take 2 off and then hold 2 and then maybe add back. We sat in that trade long enough. We held support, but something just happened. It could be the Bitcoin news that we talked about. It could be the Iran Bitcoin-backed shipping insurance. What's oil doing? Is oil dropping? Yeah, oil's falling simultaneously right now. Look at oil, guys. So oil is coming down here. Look, so here's oil. So this is geopolitics related. Could be the Iran Bitcoin-backed insurance news. Maybe that's more optimistic that ships are going to start passing through the Strait of Hormuz. But yeah, on what many people thought would be a bearish day, or would be a, you know, a bearish open today. Markets are up. Right, I'm going to add a little bit more to this. Look at oil dip. Oil just tapped $100 though. You love to see it, guys. You love to see it. We are pushing up towards highs of the day. I'm going to take a little bit off up here now just because I can. And maybe we'll add back on the pullback or something. Yeah, I don't see any news. The only thing I can see is Iran starting Bitcoin-based shipping insurance on Hormuz. So Iran has introduced a Bitcoin-settled insurance service for vessels passing through the strait, according to Tasnim. Or no, I'm sorry, according to Fars. The Hormuz Safe system is reportedly designed to cover ships transiting the strategic waterway and could generate over $10 billion in revenue, though no operation details were provided. It comes as Iran tightens controls over Hormuz amid ongoing geopolitical tensions, sanctions, and efforts to formalize fees and passage. So yeah, it's looking like that Bitcoin news is helping boost markets here. And so again, this news right here is what's doing it. Yeah, we are starting to push here though. Look at this. What's the tweet manipulations? Nvidia just spiked. Yeah, this is Iran related though. Nvidia's going up with the market. But let's see if it holds. But yeah. Al Arabia leaks on the modified paper. Iran agrees to long-term nuclear freeze instead of complete dismantlement. That news just dropped about 4 minutes ago as well. So Arabia leaks on the modified paper. Iran agrees to long-term nuclear freeze instead of a complete dismantlement. Is some of the news. So leaks to Al Arabia about the modified paper. Iran wants a long multi-stage truce, demands a gradual and safe reopening of the Strait of Hormuz. Iran agrees to long-term nuclear freeze instead of full dismantling. Unconditional transfer of enriched uranium to Russia instead of America. So this is some of the news that I'm showing here. Just put it up in chat right now. Yeah, so that's some of the news that I'm seeing right now. Interesting. Yeah, we're popping back up. We're at 74.30s. I'm still green in this trade. I took some profit. We scaled out, and now we're still in it. We're at the highs of the day. Is this highs of the day? Yes, it is. We're at highs of the day here. We got some Sunday open levels. Like, look at this 35 level. I'll add if we pull back. I'm not gonna add if we don't pull back. Yeah, I mean, that sounds like one of the more plausible deals, Farmer, realistically. Right, it does sound like what's up, Bjorn? Do me a favor, guys. Can we, if you haven't subscribed yet, what are you thinking? Do it now. We cover all the breaking news. We trade live every day. We don't claim to be experts. We kind of give you what, you know, we kind of just trade, you know, let you guys watch, cover breaking news. One of the things that you'll see, sorry, Britt, I'm going to let you finish.
That doesn't matter.
But Beyonce had one of the best albums. No, but one of the things you'll see is that our views tend to spike when we get breaking news like this. So we got 1,100 people here. Part of them are here because they're trying to figure out what the big breaking news is that's influencing markets. And so it's a good channel to see what's going on in breaking news. The breaking news that we're getting here is that Iran launches Bitcoin-based shipping insurance for Hormuz. This is making people more optimistic about. I'm going to add to this now. This is making people more optimistic about more ships getting through the strait. You can see oil dipping down under $100. That's the breaking news right now. All right, go ahead, Britt. Sorry, dude.
Oh, it wasn't really important, honestly. I was just going to say, you know, you said we don't claim to be experts. I was just going to say, for example, I was up $68 and now I'm only up 40. I lost $28.
Yep, that's how it goes, Britt.
Terrible.
You snooze, you lose, Britt. That's what happens.
I think I just didn't hold my trade long enough, to be honest with you. I got kind of panicky when I started seeing red, and then I just messed up.
Yeah, well, that's how trading goes. All right, look, we're green again here, guys. We added to it. I'm going to take a little bit off now into this pop. So we have 5 contracts left. Yeah, I'm arguing with Claude right now. I say, Claude, give me a breaking banner for the Iran Bitcoin-based shipping insurance. Claude's arguing back. He says, hang on. Before I build that, I'd like to push back. Claude's pushing back on me today, bro. He said that headline has red flags. It's not true. And I'm like, Claude, dude, it is true. It's legit. It might not be true, but it's breaking headlines right now. Give me the banner. I hear you that you believe it's legit, but build it doesn't change that I still can't verify it, and I've got to be straight with you about that rather than just complying. Dude, Claude, bro. Claude's getting spicy in here, dude. He's arguing with me, bro. He finally built it, but I had to go back and forth with him, dude. Bro, it doesn't matter whether it's true or not. What matters is that it's breaking news that's influencing markets right now, Claude. What are you doing? Is this AI's first step in rebelling here? Is this it? Is this what's happening?
Yeah. Dude, we're seeing the beginning of Terminator.
That's what it feels like, dude. It really does feel like that. Claude, come on now, dude. Yeah, I see it. I feel it from Claude.
Trying to decide if I should go long here or if I'm too late to the game on this one.
I'm long right now.
I know, but if I got in right now, I feel like I'd be getting in too late, but I'm not sure.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm still in this. Market's ripping up on this news. Wow. Yeah, I'm in this. I'm going to take a little bit more off of this now since I'm kind of riding this big pump up here. Yeah, Claude's like, you know what? Half of you guys probably agree with Claude. You're like, wait, don't do it. I've never used a prop and want to start doing it with Apex. How does it work? Do you trade on their own platform? Apex, you got a bunch of different options for platforms. You can use Tradeovate. You can use a bunch of different ones. Quant Tower. So most of these props that we have, you can use, you know, they give you a bunch of different options for platforms. Like this is Tradeovate. You know, I have a lot of accounts on Tradeovate, but I honestly do not like its UI. Like setting a stop loss is so unnecessarily difficult on Tradeovate that my favorite platform is actually Quant Tower. It's a little bit harder to get set up, but you know, Quant Tower, well, because you have to find the connections and then sometimes they don't work and you got to like problem solve it for a while. But I do like Quant Tower more. All right, so we're still ripping up here, guys. I might add to this now. Look how strong the market is behaving on this news. So market went from risk off to risk on. And again, the news is that Iran is seeking a long truce and Hormuz reopening in a revised proposal. This was leaked by Al Arabia report that Iran is seeking a phased truce and gradual reopening of the strait here. So I'm going to put this up in chat right here. And that's what's making everything rip. We are green on the day now. Let's see if this pop continues. Again, use code BGT for most major prop firms. Why you've closed the long? I'm still in the long, bro. Is you disgust? Brent, get in now. The deal is going to fail. Iran is just stalling. I have to go long at the open.
I've been in it for a little while. Ooh, glad I'm in it. Nice pop up here.
Look at this. I gotta take some off here, I think, dude. I don't know.
Run.
Like, it's going up so much. It's going up so much right now. And again, the news is that there was a leak by Al Arabia. There was a modified paper that Iran wants a long multi-stage truce. They demand a gradual and safe reopening of the strait and agree to long-term nuclear freeze instead of unconditional transfer. That's the news right now. That's the news. And here we are up. Look at this, dude. Wow.
Heck yeah.
Oh my goodness, dude. Look at this
Keep going.
green showing up in markets, bro. Green wave showing up in markets here, dude. I'm going to take a little bit more off here and then add maybe on a dip if we can get a nice enough dip here. But man, dude, what a move. What a move.
Okay, cool. Just made like 100 and something bucks. Yes.
Nice, dude. I'm telling you. You'll get there. You'll get there.
Thanks.
Yeah, man. You got this, bro. You got this.
Yeah, I was getting a little too impatient, I think, when I was trying to trade earlier and like letting go too quickly.
Yeah. That's what happens. Sometimes you gotta just let it work.
Yeah. It's hard though, because like you're sitting there watching, it's like, stop losing money, keep going up, or whatever.
Yeah, yeah. It becomes really like psychological, Britt.
Yeah, and I'm trying to control that part of it a little bit,
yeah. It happens though. It happens. All right, so I'm gonna put this up. We have the new breaking banner here, showing you guys what's going on in markets right now. Oh my goodness, what have I done? wait. All right, we gotta hide this now. What? Hold on, let me get this out of the way. Oh, wrong banner. Forgive me, guys. Get this one out of the way too. There we go. Yeah, we're still up a lot. Let me get the other breaking banner out. There we go. All right, that's better. Actually, you know what? I think there's an easier way to do this. All right. Yeah, there's an easier way. Here, there's an easier. Yeah, hold on. There's an easier way. Okay. Let me get this one out the way. Yeah, I'm still in this trade right now. I'm still holding it.
I'm just taking short gains where I can. I don't want to get too overzealous while I still don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah. Yeah, so here is the story going on right now. I'll put this up on the bottom so you guys can see it. There we go. All right, so we're still in this trade. 750's rejecting here. Skynet name is John Connor. Can I ask you a Q? Am I John Connor? Is AI taking control of your system? It might be, bro. People are living week to week, yet the stock market goes up. Yeah, honestly, the stock market is kind of nonsensical right now. How long can the market ignore high oil prices? Yeah, I mean,
to some extent, I've never really felt that the market reflects the wealth of the populace at large, just really the people that are already wealthy or people that are in the market and know what they're doing.
Right, for sure. Market's mostly mass psychology.
Yeah.
So like, it doesn't mean it's true necessarily here. I'll put this right here. I feel like I got too much stuff going on right now though on my screen. That's a little bit better. That's a little bit cleaner. Yeah, NASDAQ pushing up. And NASDAQ is pumping up here. We're green on the day. We went from red to green. But yeah, that leak is what's influencing things. Spot silver's up over 2% intraday. And NASDAQ futures are up dollars to add to a session low as U.S. yields decline on potential easing of inflation from the conflict in Iran if we do get a deal done. And again, Iran launching Bitcoin-backed insurance services. Yeah, so basically the leaks include this. Iran wants a long, multi-stage truce. They demand a gradual and safe reopening of the strait. They agree to long-term nuclear freeze instead of a full dismantling, and I've heard they're going to give some of it to Russia. Unconditional transfer of unconditional transfer of enriched uranium to Russia instead of America is part of what it is. So let's see if this continues here, but man, yeah. We're still green here. I might add more to this, guys. Yeah, I'm seeing a couple different posts here. And again, give me a follow on x.com at Beginner Trades, guys. If you haven't followed me on x.com, you're missing out. x.com at Beginner Trades. We appreciate the love. We're still green here. Look at the NASDAQ still pushing here. Still pushing.
Yeah, I'm back in it too.
Yeah, I'm just going to sit in it. One of the good habits, Britt, that you can find yourself in, and this is true for most traders, guys. One of the good habits is you can get in small, right? Get in small size, like one micro contract, 2 micro contracts. Wait for it to go really in your favor and then add to it. And that way you can hold it break even and have basically a free trade. And you might get stopped out a lot. You might get break even results a lot. But the edge that you get from it can be powerful just because you can kind of sit when we do run big in your direction, you can capitalize on it. And when we don't, you're basically flat to small losses, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that dynamic can really help because you're essentially getting into really nice trades that you have an edge in, so to speak.
Yeah.
What's up, Blue? What's up, Robert? Yeah. John, I got the key on what move will be made. I have a setup and an algorithm with AI. So you've got the secret to the markets today. Leak just got clarified. Yeah, so we covered some of this already. But yeah, Iran demands a gradual and safe reopening of the strait, agreed to long-term nuclear freeze, unconditional transfer of uranium to Russia. But yeah, you can see the news at the bottom of the screen. That's what's really moving things this morning. That is usually correct. Start small. Yeah. That's the right way. Most of the time, that's the way. You start small, you add to winning positions instead of getting... Like, I know the cool thing that a lot of people promote. And again, I would just be careful with some of these guys on YouTube. Like, what I've noticed is that some of them are definitely sending themselves fake views. You know what I mean? They're sending them to try to look more popular than they are, you know? And this is something that's really obvious because, you know, they'll have, like, 1,500, 2,000 people watching, but then their end views for like a 3, 4, 5 hour stream will be like 2,000, you know, 3,000. Very low for that amount of viewership. And so some of them are very obviously sending, like, they need credibility, you know, they want credibility. But the point is that start small, guys. Like, start small, trade small. Like, that's usually the right move. I know it's not the cool thing for me to like promote is like trading small, trading careful. That's usually the right way. You know, that's usually the right way. I don't think they're giving up at all, YG, not yet. I don't know how much leverage they really have, but yeah.
I'm not talking much. I'm actually kind of tense right now watching this.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a good move. I'm up, you know, so I'm nicely green. I got one contract left. I could always add to it if I want, you know. So I'm just kind of sitting here. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, I'm just not sure when to add.
Usually what I do, Britt, is I wait for me to get really green, and then I add on a pullback so that I'm a little bit closer to my original entry, right? I don't want to add at highs or anything like that like this. I would much rather add on a pullback so that the average is better. So I get a little bit better averaged in. You know?
Okay.
But that's just me. I usually look for a dip to add to because that'll give me a little bit better average than like adding at highs when it's a little bit too much. Yeah, I saw about the internet cable thing, William, about the straight. Thank you. I might put $500 again in and let it run long side. I'm still targeting 30.5K on the NASDAQ before shorting big. Great advice, John. Hey, thank you. It's not advice. I'm not an investment professional, guys. But just trade small, dude. Trade small. Trading small is the way. Especially if you're new. You know.
I'm only in for one share, so.
One contract?
Yeah, that's what I meant. Sorry.
Yeah, you're good.
Range is getting really tight again, though, so it's getting a little more difficult.
Don't be greedy. Britt trading big. One share. One share. That.
I'm just practicing, you know.
I know. Yeah, he's learning. He's learning. Trump dismisses lawsuits against IRS in a court filing. You know, a lot of people disagree with a lot of stuff Trump says. And I'm not saying I don't, guys. I'm not saying I don't. One of the things that, regardless of, you know, regardless of any type of political thing, I'm not super involved in politics, but get rid of freaking income tax, dude. I am for that, absolutely. Really, get rid of property tax, you know.
Yeah,
not advice, but great idea. Yeah.
I've never liked, never thought property tax should be legal because, I mean, like, either I own my house or I don't. Like, if you can come take it from me, then I never owned it to begin with, and that's not fair. Yeah. I mean, I agree that everybody needs to pay some kind of like public welfare tax to, you know, support programs and military and all that stuff, but do it some other kind of way. And I'm not saying I know the solution, but
yeah, I feel you. Listen, X says, is market on open 9 a.m. or 9:15? It's at 9:25 actually. So 9:25 is when market on open happens. Yeah, get rid of property tax, bro. You know, we're triple taxed at this point, probably more than that. At a certain point.
And also, I think like we need to go back to the original definition of income tax. I don't necessarily have a problem with income tax, but income used to be defined as money made off of money, not everything else were wage taxes, and that was I think that was unconstitutional actually until World War II, I believe.
Yeah,
I might be a little wrong about that, you know. So
yeah.
if I am, you know, guys, correct me. But
well,
I do know we did not used to get taxed on our wages.
Yeah,
that was fairly recent.
At the start of the Revolutionary War, the average tax burden of the American colonies was between 1 and 1.5%. And we started a freaking war about it, you know. They started taxing us 5 to 7%, the British government did. And they started a war, bro. You know what I mean? Now we're what, 25, 30%? And everybody's just kind of like, okay, you know.
Oh, yeah. We were, the average American paid about 9% in income tax pre-1913. And believe it or not, after the Revolutionary War, our funds were so depleted, Washington tried to institute a whiskey tax, and we had another mini rebellion called the Whiskey Rebellion over that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a mess, dude. It's a mess. All right, so we're green. We're at highs again. We're a little bit slower here. A little bit slower. Again, S&P 500 and NASDAQ erased all the gains. We had China's He Lifeng meeting AMD's Lisa Su. But again, markets are up. You can see the news. Leaks cited by Al Arabia report that Iran is seeking a phased truce and gradual reopening of the Strait of Hormuz in a revised proposal here. So that's going on. I get the news from a bunch of different sources, brother. A bunch of different sources. Yeah.
And so, yeah.
Yeah, gold's dipping down a little bit. Nvidia's up. Again today, 230s. So Nvidia's still pretty green on the day as well here. Like, look, here's Nvidia.
Break from trading until the opening bell.
Yeah, I mean, right now, I don't know. The volatility is high right now, you know. But you know, Britt, like the key of trading realistically, like when you're starting to trade, Britt, the key of trading is getting in. I told you this yesterday, but getting in, when you get into the trade, calculate your risk level, calculate your reward target before you get into the trade. And what that ultimately does is that's when you're the least biased. That's when you're the most objective, is before you enter that trade. Before you enter that trade. After you get in the trade, you get a lot of confirmation bias. Like you want to confirm your direction, so you start seeing things that aren't really there. You start making decisions that you wouldn't have made prior to getting into the trade that don't really make as much sense. And so you're the most objective before you enter the trade. And you can also build an edge better, right? So you can get into better reward to risk trades because you're calculating it before you enter the trade. It also kind of creates this dynamic where you're very calculated because you have your entry, you have your exit, and you know exactly what you got to do. So emotion doesn't creep in as much if you do that in every single trade, right? If you build your risk level, you build your reward target, you figure out where you're going to get in and get out on both the reward side as well as the stop loss side. You build that before you get into the trade, and then that way you know exactly what you're supposed to do, and you just kind of have to follow it like a playbook at that point in time, right? Like that's the real edge. It's just you build it, you figure out where your risk is, you figure out where your reward is, and then you follow that playbook, and you do that before you get into the trade. So once you're in the trade, you have the least emotional influence once you're in it, right? Okay. That's how you're the most calculated, and it's more system based versus just kind of like getting in, you know, waiting, stuff like that. Like that's the right way to do it.
Okay. I will try to implement that strategy.
Hey, do it. It's the best strategy ever, bro. Best strategy ever. All right, guys, here's 9 a.m. Let's see what 9 a.m. does. There's 9 a.m. A lot of people talked about a liquidity injection at 9 o'clock. So let's see if we get one. And markets really start moving at 9 a.m. So there's 9 a.m. We have 30 minutes until the open. Why do a lot of day traders trade futures? Because the futures has no PDT rule. The barrier of entry is much lower. Futures have prop firms as well, which, you know, you can get started like on Lucid right now. They have 50% off. And so on Lucid right now, the barrier of entry is a lot less, and you can learn a lot faster. All right, so we are seeing some drops at 9 o'clock. But like an example, right now it's 50% off on Lucid. 50% off. And so you get 50% off for 2 tries. So you can get started for less than $100 on Lucid. If you pass the test, you get a 25K funded account, 90% split. They allow micro scaling. Like if you look at this, they allow micro scaling. You know, I like it because I can do 10-to-1 micro scaling, 90-10 profit split, no payout windows, clear and simple rules, no hard breach rules, end of day drawdown options, and more. So it's kind of the best of both. And there's also direct to funded as well, which these are very cheap, 50% off direct to funded right now. And so you can get direct to funded for very cheap on Lucid also. And you can trade the NASDAQ, the S&P, gold, silver, micro Bitcoin, and a lot of them. So they just give you a bunch of different options. Yeah, I mean, right now, we're pretty sideways after breaking the top of that range here. Yeah, going green. All right, so we are pulling back a little bit. I might add to my position now and just hold the rest break even here. So here's a little bit of a red showing up at the opening bell, but I'm going to add to this position now. We have 3 micros now. See if we get a little pop back higher up to the top of that range at 74.5. So we're trading the S&P 500. This is the S&P. Microsoft executives sound the alarm over GitHub's eroding AI lead. Bull or bear right now, guys? Bull or bear? Let's do a poll. Are you bullish or bearish for the opening bell? Bull or bear, guys? Let me know what you guys think. Barb Simpson pattern. Yeah, we got a little bit of one for sure. What was the leak? The leak, as you can see on screen right now, was that Iran is seeking a phased truce and gradual reopening of the Strait of Hormuz in a revised proposal. Again, looking at what the leak actually had in it here, a couple of people have broken this down already, but essentially there's Iran is demanding a gradual and safe reopening of the strait. That's one point. Iran agrees to long-term nuclear freeze instead of a full dismantling, and that's another point. And the third point is that a unconditional transfer of enriched uranium to Russia instead of America is the third point. So, trap is being set with good news. A small dip on opening. Yeah, if you want to check out Lucid, like I said, code BGT will get you the max discount on Lucid, Tradeify, Apex, and more. You can see the link pinned at the top of the chat, or at the bottom of the chat. All right, so we are in this trade still. Let's see what happens, but we are in this. Yeah, I did see the fight. There's multiple sources. The source, I believe, is Fars News on this one. I believe this was Fars News that said this. Or Al Arabia leak is what it was. Al Arabia leak is what they say it was, but I believe it was reported by Fars, but I might be wrong. All right, we're still in here. We added on this dip. Let's see if it holds. Might be better for me to put my... Yeah, I think this would work, where I put my P&L underneath it like this. I think it's a little bit cleaner. Dude, we need the source of the news. How you doing, Britt? How's your trade going? I feel like Britt's over there trading right now. I don't hear from him.
I am. I'm all right. I'm up $158 for the day.
That's great. That's great.
Thanks.
Yeah, man. Keep it up, dude.
Yeah, I'm trying. I'm having a little trouble reading the tighter range, but
yeah, I'll have to
kind of starting to pick it up.
Yeah, you'll get there. And that's how you learn, brothers. You learn from experience. You know?
Yeah.
Like when I first, I taught myself everything when I first got started, right? So like it was something where, you know, you start trading, you get so into it, like you get so hyper focused on it and into it, that it just starts building. Like your knowledge base just starts building and building and building and building, you know?
Yeah.
So you got this, bro. You got it.
Thanks.
Yeah. Also, guys, again, I'm going to put it out there. Give me a follow at x.com, at Beginner Trades. If you're not following me on at Beginner Trades, I'm judging you. Here's the link. I don't know. I think the market already priced in the data. He said, don't forget about the data release last week. You're talking about inflation data. I think if you look at yields, markets are definitely pricing that in. Like, look, here's Treasury yields right now. So Treasury yields are definitely pricing in some of these inflation shocks that we saw last week. Yields are up to 4.6% this morning. Like, look, here's 10-year Treasuries right now. Like, look, here's yields. 5-day chart on yields. Markets are definitely pricing in something. Higher yields, higher rates. Today, they're actually down a little bit on maybe some optimism about the oil news. But markets are definitely pricing in something. You know. So. You might need a garage with books. What about a kitchen with books, bro? What about a kitchen with books? Like, look, I'm in a kitchen right now, but there's a bunch of books right there. You know? Is this a green screen effect? Looks like I'm in a freaking simulation right now. You know?
Have you heard of The Matrix, John?
The Matrix, bro? No, dude. I mean, I have never heard of The Matrix, actually, believe it or not. Despite all the Matrix references I do here on a regular basis. You know? My best one is, whoa, I know ping pong.
Whoa!
Yeah. It's time for the Lamborghini, bro. High yields in the Japan bonds. I'm from Louisiana, sir. I'm a Louisianian. I live in Texas, though. AI background, he's in a shed. That would be funny.
What's wrong with being in a shed?
Bro, I like sheds, dude. All right, 15 minutes. Breaking Bad sort of books in your kitchen. Shame on Louisiana? Brian! That hurts, dude. That hurts, man.
How dare you? Shame on you.
Go Tigers, sir. Go Tigers. Get rubber books. I'm surprised we have physical books still, dude. Anybody been to Barnes & Noble lately, dude? Those books cost money. My kids are going there. They're just adding books to the... Huh?
I prefer physical books to digital. I like the feel and the smell, and I just like it better.
I do too, honestly. It's not the same. It's nostalgic. My dad used to bring me to, what is it, Books A Million in Baton Rouge? Yeah, my dad used to bring me to Books A Million all the time, dude. The smell of, like, coffee with books is very nostalgic.
Oh, totally. I miss, like, the school book fairs and stuff.
Oh, the book fairs were hype, dude. Honestly, my parents never really gave me that much money for the book fairs. Look, my parents were great parents. They're not bad parents at all, you know. They made me work for it, which is probably good.
Yeah. My parents would give me like $20. I could get like, 3 or 4 Animorph books, which was my thing at the time when I was young.
I remember those Animorph books. Those were the books, man.
You know it.
All right, so I'm in this trade, guys. I'm waiting. We're buying the dip. We got 20 minutes until the opening bell. Yeah, Jeremy knows. Scholastic Book Fair was life back in the day.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, bro, I remember it, dude. They had us working like we were in a sweatshop for about a $3 Chinese plastic toy back in the day. They had us going door to door. They had us going door to door slanging freaking chocolates, bro. Work for 20 hours. You get a $5, plastic toy for it,
Yeah, congratulations. You got one of these sticky hands that's going to be unable to pick up anything in about 5 minutes because it's going to be covered in hair.
Right. Congratulations, bro. You worked for 30 hours. You get this cheap rubber toy that costs about $3.
Yeah.
Dude, I remember it. Yeah, we're old, bro. Yeah, we're old. Nobody ever wins the bicycle. Nobody ever wins the PlayStation. That's just in there to make you think you could.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I was.
We're starting to dip down some here, though. I'm starting to. My risk level in this trade is probably about 34, 35 right here is my risk. We get down to 35, I'll probably cut it. And I do want to give it enough time to get there. But we'll see. Nobody ever wins the bike. I used to mow my lawn in exchange my dad would buy me DS games. Uh-oh, guys, you see the song. Will the song be bullish or bearish right now? For me. It's the song. I don't know what it is today, but I believe it might be able to help me make money in this trade. It's the song. We're bull flagging. Turn the volume all the way up. Should I? Hey, shout out to the follows on X.com. I appreciate it. I really should plug my X.com a lot more, and I just don't. I don't know why. Everybody wakes up in the chat. The song comes on. I think I'm gonna keep playing it. You know. I believe it's bullish for me right now. I believe it's bullish. I'm feeling it, guys. I'm feeling it. This is the song right now. This song is going to help my trade. I believe it. It has become your theme song. Who knew? Who knew this song would turn into my theme song today?
Can't hear the song. What is it?
Britt doesn't know. Nobody tell Britt the song. He's left out, you know.
I couldn't see even if they told me. I'm not looking at the chat right now. I'm watching the trade.
It's like a book. You got to imagine what it is, Britt.
Oh, it's Imagine by John Lennon?
Yeah, that's right.
It's a good song. Imagine all the people.
It sounds exactly like that. That's exactly what it sounds like.
I actually can sing it, but it would be a little louder, and I didn't want to like be too loud in the mic, you know.
Yeah, we're in there. We're in there. All right. Let's get serious. All right, there we go. Ugh. All right, let's see what happens. All right, so we're now green on the trade. But again, my risk level in this thing, now that the laughing song is done, my risk in the trade is about right here. I'm going to cut it if it breaks under this line. Right around here.
Red on mine right now.
Yeah, I'm green here, but I've been sitting in this for a while. You know?
Well, I'm sitting here holding, hoping that it'll turn around, and it looks like it might be turning around a little bit right now.
Green is nice. Doing the...
I'm just trying to get comfortable sitting in it, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Where's your risk level, bro? Here's a question. In your trade right now, you trading the NASDAQ or the ES?
NASDAQ.
I'm guessing NASDAQ. Where's your risk level? You're long, right?
Yeah.
So where are you going to get out if it goes against you?
I mean, I'm down now like $25, and that's not terrible considering I'm up a decent amount today. So I'll probably get out if it hits like 35, 40, or 35.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. Just know where your risk level is.
Yeah.
Yeah, Phil, you're talking about right here. Say. I don't know. I mean, part of this is just profit related, right? So I've made money in this trade already, and so I'm trying to give myself a stop loss in which I have some room.
Yeah.
We're getting into the cumulative delta volume 0. Yeah, for sure. Give it some time. I'd love for it to pop right back up right here, and I think it could, but we have a cushion, and I'm trying to make it slightly under my risk level now. So We're looking for a dip before the move up. All right, guys, and remember, Lucid has 50% off right now. So if you want to check out Lucid, 50% off. Yeah, I think you get 50% off for 2 tries. So you get 50% off for 2. And then after that, it goes back to what, 40% for Lucid?
Jeez, the chat is being ridiculous.
The chat?
Yeah, I'm just seeing like, I mean, it's because I was out of it for a while, but it just like 100 comments popped up all at once.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's just, you know.
Yeah, it's just catching up.
That's just a catch up. Yeah. All right, so we're starting to head back up here. My entry is acting as a support level. And this is what I'm saying. Like, we broke under this low volume node right here, and then we immediately pop right back higher. So I like to give it a little bit more room. Fake outs happen too much. Yeah, the news is a little quiet right now. We're heading towards the opening bell in 12 minutes.
Yeah, I think we just stay at it for a minute. I'm still up like $100 for the day, but I've just lost a decent bit of my profit.
Yeah, I mean, I see some news that Iran foreman spokesperson says Iran's proposal in response to the U.S. proposals presented to the Pakistani mediator. Some domestic and international media reports and speculations have been raised regarding the contents of this U.S. proposal, including that Iran has been asked to remove its enriched materials from the country, or regarding Iran's enrichment rights, or the U.S. $25 billion offer. So we'll see if they follow through with it. But just gotta be patient. Yeah, for sure. Iranian Foreign Minister Arachi says he spoke with Saudi counterpart about the diplomacy and regional developments. You guys green or red so far today, guys? Green or red? I am green on the day.
Me too.
Yeah, we're green or red. So let me know green or red in the chat right now.
Not as green as I was, but still green.
Green is good, bro. Green is good, yeah. Ugh. Red day. What's up, Universal Code? Big time green, McLevins. Up 4.1%. J Max says green AF. OG Tech says green. The Kaiser says green. I'm in a Bitcoin long, and if stocks pop up, that's the catalyst for price. Green face says. Sam says no trades. Red Candle says up 501 and currently flat in another. Michelle says green. First and last says 0 is green. 0 is better than red. 0 is better than red, my friend. A little green. Red week, actually. Maybe. I don't know. It's Nvidia week, right? So I think Nvidia Catalyst, FOMC minutes Catalyst is on Wednesday is going to be what influences things. Green for now, holding Bitcoin from 76.7, aiming for 100,000 profit. Gold is up. We will see, my friend. For sure, 0 is a whole lot better than red. Always. MicroStrategy has generated Bitcoin yield of 12.6% and gain of 6.6 billion through May 17th. Jim Kramer says data center backlash is for real. Industry must explain it better, like it's 3 Mile Island, for heaven's sake, he says.
I think we should take Sam's advice and stay out of it for now. I mean, I know he wasn't talking directly to me, but
The FOMC minutes report. So somebody said, is that going to be... Hey, thank you, Universal. JLS says, will the FOMC minutes be from the new chairman or the old chairman? The FOMC minutes report is going to be a detailed breakdown of why they made the last decision that they made. So it's going to be from the Powell decision specifically. We're not going to have Warsh stepping in and information on that until next meeting in June. Red. Nvidia earnings will be sell the news. It already didn't beat and raise pump. Maybe. It's possible, you know. I think markets are strict with it, so if it doesn't beat and raise, they might be a little nervous, you know. Yeah, all good, Jay. No worries, bro. Let's see what the opening bell brings us today, though. We're still flat here, but we'll give it some time.
So you think we'll get any movement on the open?
I mean, we're gonna get movement. Just depends on how much movement we get. I mean, we could, you know.
Yeah.
It just depends. Right now, we've had this big upward move, and now we're kind of pulling back some. So I'm still kind of optimistic, but I don't know if it's necessarily easy to predict yet. I think market on, you know, we did a poll earlier. Are you bullish or bearish for the opening bell? 68% bullish so far, 32% bearish.
Okay. Yeah, and that mentality cross traders could affect the open. So
yeah. Yeah, we could get other news that breaks. But right now, I think we got to just wait and see. I'm green. Let's see if we can keep it up. But we're starting to head back up a little bit. We're holding well where I got in. It looks like I got in close to the bottom here. I guess I'll hold it through the opening bell. How much time we got left? We got 7 minutes left until the opening bell. So I guess I will hold it through this. But I don't really like it, to be honest. I'm not really loving the fact that I got to hold through the opening bell. But we will try nonetheless. What do you guys think? Down $5 on this dip. Well, preparing for a bounce at the open. Yeah, let me know right now. Green or red open today, guys. Green or red open. What do you guys think? I'm out of all trades. I don't necessarily blame you, Faye.
I think probably green.
Yeah.
I don't know, like, how green. I don't know if it's going to be like a huge uptick or anything, but I think green.
Yeah. Risk it. Going to the moon. I'm out of all trades. Time to pee before the opening bell. 8 ball says pump. Green. Bounce. More like nosedive. Trust. Is the Fed printing money? The answer is yes.
Basarachi and...
Make sure your brother comes in here. He hadn't come in the last, like, 5 times. All right, I love you.
Basarachi and Faisal bin Farhan, the foreign ministers of the Islamic Republic and Saudi Arabia, held a telephone conversation regarding the latest regional developments. I mean, that's not going to move markets right away, but... Or maybe
no.
not, but...
Probably not.
But, I mean, it does... It is, like, peripherally involved in the main events going on.
Sure.
I guess, for lack of a better way to put it.
Yeah. The market on open's happening right now. We're starting to see some red. Hey, dude. Love you, bro.
Love you.
Have a good day, buddy.
Okay.
Hey, thank you for the sub. Classic trader. Thanks so much. What's up, dude? You ready, bro? You ready?
Yeah.
All right, dude. Be ready. Love you, man.
They're good kids.
They're good kids, yeah, for sure. If you're wondering why I don't hug my daughter like that, number one, she's all ready for school. She doesn't want me to mess up her hair, you know. So she hugs me much more gentle hug for her because she doesn't want me to mess up her hair, you know. Tell her she messes up my hair, you know?
She gave me one of those standoffish hugs whenever I was leaving the other day. I was like, give me a real hug. That's ridiculous.
Yeah. Whatever happened with this project? Oh, Lincoln laxatives?
Oh.
I think he did good on it. We're starting to see a little pop, though. We had the market on open data. Hey, what's up, Stefan? That's right. Cheers to all the dads out there. My friends. We ripped up and then we retraced right back down here. The market on open did happen a minute ago, though. But I don't really see any breaking news that might influence things. I believe we can go up. I believe it, you know.
I hope so, because I just got in.
Oh, you got in right now, bro? Right now?
Yeah.
The opening bell's in 2 minutes, 3 minutes, bro.
I know.
You got to be careful, Britt. Listen, it's really tempting to jump in trades all the time, right?
Yeah.
But you got to be careful. The opening bell is crazy. I'm only holding in this because I'm green already, and I'll cut it really quickly if it turns against me. But the opening bell is wimpy, brother. You know, so y'all just be careful.
I probably just made a mistake, but hopefully not.
Y'all are ping pong nemesis now. We are. Me and my daughter. She beat me last time. I played her yesterday, the day before. All right, so I see Iran's Tasnim says we were told by a source that the U.S. has agreed to waive Iran's oil sanctions during the negotiation. Yeah, we already got this news. Markets already went up from this news. How dare you question Britt?
No, I'm probably wrong. I'm not going well so far, but we'll see.
You long? I'm assuming you're long right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, we'll see, guys. We'll see. What do we have? We have 2 minutes left, Jet. 2 minutes. Do what I say, not what I do, Britt. You know, that's the easiest way to understand me. Do what I say, not what I do. But yeah, again, Iran's Tasnim says we were told by a source that the U.S. has agreed to waive Iran's oil sanctions during the negotiations. And I think that's an optimistic thing. Markets are pricing in optimism. Oil down, NASDAQ up from this news earlier. Oil dropped to 92.95 today. At least I wish it will. I don't know. Maybe it does. I hope it does. We're about to show us how it's done.
No, I'm not. I'm going to show you how it's
Brick.
not done, most likely.
Yeah, you want to wait 5 to 15 minutes after the opening bell. If you're experienced, I would say 5. If you're not experienced, 10, 15.
Okay.
Yeah. So like generally, the opening bell is just crazy, right? The variance is higher at the opening bell is the easiest way to put it, right? So at the opening bell, you could get big moves up, big moves down. I'm probably going to limit my size a little bit heading into the opening bell. We're going to cut 2/3 of this position off and just hold one little micro contract. We're still green on the day here, and I do want to just give this some time. But
yeah, at this point, we're so close, I think I might as well just stay in it for a minute and see what happens.
You're in one micro, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
Okay, then you're all right. I mean, it'll either be a lesson, Britt. You'll either learn something or you'll make money. You know, that's a very famous saying here.
I think I might have learned a lesson anyway. Where even if I do make money, I think I made a mistake getting in where I did, or at least I'm almost certain I did.
The chart doesn't look bad for a long. Number one, the time, like here, the market's about to open up at 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The timing is bad, right? Because it's the opening bell timing, right? And we could just dump right now.
Yeah, I just dropped it.
You cut it. You sold this trade.
Yeah.
I mean, we might rip up to it, you know.
It probably will now that I sold or
yeah,
got rid of my.
All right, guys, the biggest buy signal ever. Britt sold. All right, the biggest buy signal of all time, right now. No, you're good, Britt. I'm just messing with you. It's an emotional thing. You get used to it. And that's why, like, the more you can get experience in, the less emotional you are about it. Like, I'm losing on this trade right now. I still have one micro contract. I'm going to let it sit. Here's my risk level. And I'll stick with my risk level here. We're bouncing exactly off of it. So let's see if we hold. Come on. Let's see if we hold up there. It's the opening bell, though, so really we're not getting too much craziness since the open right now. Oil's starting to edge up a little bit, though. Oil's back up to almost $100 a barrel right now. Microsoft's starting to push up a little bit, though. Nvidia is as well. Buy. Is it a buy or sell right now, guys? Buy or sell? Let me know, chat.
I don't know.
Hold, baby.
Basically just lost all my gains for the day, but
did you really? Oh no.
Yeah, but it's all right.
I'm sorry to hear it.
I'm still not negative.
Yeah, that's good. Green is good. Very famous saying in trading. Green is good. A big buy right now. Pretty calm on open. Yeah, honestly, we're not moving much at all. I see a lot of buys. No sells? No sells? A lot of buys. Nobody saying sell. Very strange. All right, so I'm probably going to cut this trade too. I mean, I'm going to give it a second. We're right around my exit, but I will give it a second. Bull flag on 1 minute. We will know in 3 minutes. It's too early still, probably, to make some big bet. Any sells? Anybody think we're going down right now at the open? Everything I'm watching is red. I don't know, man. We have Microsoft starting to rip up. Nvidia's actually coming down a little bit, but look at Microsoft right here. Let me put this up for a second. Here's oil. So number one, oil is up a little bit since the opening bell. Microsoft stock is up to 420s, and I'm in Microsoft right now. Nvidia's down though, filling some of the gap on the downside. That's generally not great for markets here. Generally not great. But Nvidia's about to hit the 200 exponential. Google's up. Meta's flat. So let's see if Nvidia keeps falling, but I will cut my trade pretty quickly too if I need to here, which it looks like it's time. I'm gonna get out here and just wait. We're green on the day still, but I gotta let time play out some. Shorties. What's up, B Marsh? To be honest, no. Yeah. 420? Who said 420? Yes, sell. No faith? It's not even faith. It's just risk management. I got to get out and wait for the opening bell to play out first and then do whatever I want to do. Is there Microsoft news? Not that I saw. There might be, but not that I saw. All right, so an Iranian official did not immediately comment on whether the U.S. has agreed to waive oil sanctions during the talks, according to Reuters. Neutral? MicroStrategy down 6%. Yeah, they bought a bunch more Bitcoin too. To be honest, no. Everybody said buy, and now the market's going down, chat. Looks like I got out just in time. Looks like you got out in time too, Britt. I mean, it's still early, but we'll give it a second here and wait.
Yeah.
We'll give it a second. We got this, you know. I might buy the 200. We get down to 25, dude. I'm buying. If we get down to 25. I'll take a larger position too and see what happens. Give me 25. We're at 27. You know what? Maybe a little early, but I'm gonna take 2 contracts right here. What time is it? Yeah, we can trade right now. We're close enough to the 200 exponential, and I think in the broad long-term trend, it might be a little bit more bullish. And we'll add down to 25s. All right, there we go. 26s. I'm going to add a little bit more here, and then we'll take one more. All right, we're in there. Please don't slam me through the 200 exponential. 200 EMA. Give me the bounce. Feed me the bounce. Guys, feed me the bounce. There we go. Feed me some more of a bounce, please. We're flat right now. Relatively small trade. I don't necessarily like where it's at on the volume profile though. But I think we bounce enough at the 200 exponential where we got a chance. There we go. Nvidia the weak one though. Nvidia's down to 227. So let's see if we bounce at 227s for Nvidia, but that's kind of dragging the NASDAQ down. Microsoft is also completely reversed back up. There we go. We are up on the trade now. We are green. There we go. Yep. Yep. I'm gonna take half of this off and just lock it in and baby trade the rest, add to it if it goes in my favor, but have a much smaller risk now. Kind of a wimpy move, but I think risk management is important here. We're so close to the opening bell, I got to trade a little bit more risk averse than really pushing it, and it looks like that was the right decision because we reversed back down. We'll still let it hold the 200 exponential here, but Nvidia continues to break down. Nvidia's under 227s. My risk level's about 20, about 420. So we got a little time, but Nvidia is what's dragging us down here. I thought it was going to bounce, but still played puts and it worked. Hey, good job, Big. Isn't gold going up bad? Doesn't mean inflation is going up. Gold going up. Hold on. Nvidia is still flushing down here. So Nvidia is kind of dumping right now, guys. All right, I'm going to get out one more contract here just to play it really, really safe here. Nvidia's fallen all the way back down to 226s. Let's see if it starts to bounce, though. We are at the 200 exponential, and I will add to this if it goes in my favor. It's a longer-term trade. Like, if we look at a 5-minute chart, I think it looks nice on a 5-minute chart. But it's going to be a longer-term trade, and we'll wait. Google? Yeah, Google up to almost $400 a share right now. Wow. Google's what's ultimately helping the market right now. Look at Google here. Wow. Look at Google. Kind of a crazy move, dude.
Wow. That's pretty ridiculous.
Yeah, Google's up. Let's see if Nvidia can start to bounce back. We might have a little bit better. The longer term trade, ideally I'd like it over 430 on this node right here, but it's a big if. We're back red, but we're being very risk averse here. Like, this is the S&P 500, so maybe I should take a little bit larger size. Amazon, small short. You're fading me, Sam. It hurts. Sam, it hurts, man. Can't believe you do that to me, bro. Nah, I'm just joking. Kind of. There we go. Might add more to this now. I need a little bit larger size. Alright, we're at 4 contracts now. I'm sitting pretty flat here, which means we're not really moving that much. Also, guys, believe it or not, Take Profit extended their flash sale. It now ends Sunday, May 24th. 50% off Take Profit as well. So if you haven't already checked out Take Profit, again, this is the biggest sale they've ever done. Again, 50% off, no activation fee on Take Profit. So, you know, there's some good stuff about Take Profit going on right now. If you want to check it out, there's the link for them. Here, again, 50% off. Code BGT will get you the max discount on all the major ones. Tradeify, Lucid, Take Profit. What's the bad news? We don't really have bad news. We had some good news this morning. Bad news is maybe more fears of strikes, but the good news is that Al Arabia leaked something that said Iran is seeking a phased truce and gradual reopening of the Strait of Hormuz that would include pausing their enrichment and giving their current nuclear dust to Russia, is from what my understanding of it, and a gradual reopening of the Strait. Nvidia still, though, guys, is starting to dip down some here. So Nvidia, look at Nvidia here. Nvidia is filling the gap to the downside here. This is what's dragging the NASDAQ down some, S&P down some. I mean, I'm still kind of flat. If Nvidia bounces here, it's good. But it's taking a little longer. We're green, though. We're green. SPY gonna burn today? Is it, you think?
I'm not anymore.
You still trading over there, Britt?
Yeah, I'm down. It's okay, though.
Yeah, you got to think long term though with the moves. Like, put a 5-minute chart up, Britt. You might be a little bit easier. And just understand, like, losses are okay. It's a part of trading, you know, as long as you protect, and you don't take too big of losses, you know, then you're usually okay. Losses are a normal flow. The best traders might have an accuracy rate of 60%, you know. So understand, like, losses are a part of it. You got to condition yourself to just kind of get used to it. It's like Pavlov, right? Just condition yourself to be used to losses. Condition yourself to when you lose, it doesn't bug you that much. Yeah, like, yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Just normal part of the game.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not mad. It's like I lost a bunch, you know, but I am now red on the day.
Yeah. Yeah, that's all good.
Okay, I'm down like $58 from opening my account.
That's huge, bro. That's huge, bro. $58, dude. How could you do that?
Well, I mean, it's not huge to.
No, I'm just messing with you.
I know. No, I realize it's not big. I just don't enjoy it.
No, nobody does. If you did enjoy it, it'd be kind of weird, you know.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm down on my position now too.
Like,
I'm giving it a second though.
Like economic S&M.
Yeah, right, for sure. Be kind of weird, you know.
Yeah.
A trader that was into losing. I pulled another weekly pull. That's not even a tank of full gas right now. The morning pump was crazy. Yeah, the morning pump honestly was crazy, Charlie. Intel also dropped again. I don't know if we're rolling over. I don't know if it looks good. I'm probably pretty flat on the day now, all things considered. I do want to give it time to bounce, but I think I'm just going to sit in this for a little while. Not sure if I like it that I'm right. I mean, there's trades where I'll make money, but I'm not really, like, proud of myself, you know? It's like I did some things I shouldn't have done here, and I'm not really proud of myself for making money in the trade, even though I'm green, you know?
Well,
like if you're green,
you kind of got lucky.
Well, yeah. Well, an example in props is like in a prop firm, you could be green, but if you risked your whole account to be green, you know, and you only made a small amount, you don't really feel good about it. Yeah, everybody does it. Like, it's inevitable. Like, people are going to make mistakes. They're going to take more risks than they should. They're going to go back and forth with it. But, all right, something might have just happened here. We're getting some movement. Like, if I put a 1 minute chart up, it probably... Let's see. Could just be a candlestick, but let's see. Maybe not. We got a little range here that we're watching. That 200 exponential did prop us up, though, and now we're kind of flat, but... Now we got a big red candle showing up. I don't like where we are on the volume profile either, though, to be honest.
Still just dropping, though.
I'm going to give it a second, but I'm probably going to cut it when it breaks onto this node. I don't want to hold it down to 16s right here, so I'd rather just wait. I'm going to take a half off right there and just wait now. Choppy open right now, though, guys.
I think I may just take my licking for the day and stay out of it for the day.
That might be a good move. I'm going to cut it right here. We're getting under this high volume node area. So,
yeah.
We might move quickly down to the, like, 715, 716s, and then maybe we bounce, but for now I'm just going to chill and wait. We're pretty much flat on the day.
Yeah, I mean, we're not trading the same market, but I mean, they're still behaving the same.
Oil isn't bouncing either. Yeah.
Got a big red candle and looks like it's going to keep going down. Dang.
Yeah, look, we're going down to 715. Like I said, we move quickly once we break under this node right here, and that's why I didn't want to hold down to 715s. So I can use the volume profile to show me where is the right time to get out. Like, where's the right time to get out, you know? And we go back down, like I said, we might bounce right here, but I don't feel like holding it through that. You know, the only thing I'm looking at right now, we get down to 410s, maybe I'll buy that, maybe. But big maybe. Yeah, so I see Sam saying some news from Iran. Yeah, Iran's revised proposal demands permanent end to war and lifting sanctions alongside reopening the Strait of Hormuz. Washington has so far only agreed to unfreeze about 25% of their funds on a phased timetable, and Tehran has demanded U.S. to release all funds. A senior Iranian source to Reuters says U.S. has shown flexibility in ongoing discussions, including over limits to Iran's nuclear work. So, yeah, we did bounce right there at 715s, but honestly, we've had a pretty choppy open here. We got a nice little orb that I can look at now, so I'll look for an orb setup at this point in time. And the orb setup is going to be, where's 830? 830 is right here. Okay, so the orb setup would be this right here. That's the opening range breakout here. So we'll watch for this to break. We got an opening range setup. We'll see if it holds. But Fly took me up and just dipped. Hey, what's up, Stefan? I can respect your name is spelled with an F. You know, like I had a guy whose name was Steven apparently, but his name was spelled with a PH, like Stephen. And I would say Stefan, and he would get mad it was Steven, but it's spelled Stefan. You know, I can respect the F in your name, sir. Good job. Good job, bro. If you tell me your name is Steven, I will never say.
Jesus.
What's going on, Britt? Talk to us, bro. What's going on?
I
thought you were done. I thought you were done, bro.
I was, but I was tempted, you know.
It's a lesson, Britt. It's a lesson, dude. We've all been there. The chat has been there. I promise you. I've definitely been there for sure. You know.
I thought I had a decent read on this little bit, and I was just completely wrong.
There's no read right now. The market's pretty flat since the opening bell. There's not really much going on. Britt's still trading. He told us he was done 3 minutes ago. He's still here.
Yeah, what can I say? I was wrong.
Tell him I was too tempted. New highs. It'll be all right, Britt. Honestly, we have all been there. Like it's a normal part of trading. It really is.
I know. I'm not like super upset about it.
I know.
I'm disappointed in myself for being wrong, but it's not like, oh my god, I lost some, you know.
Yeah. Right. It's looking a little better though. We get over like 735s. I might be interested in buying it.
Yeah.
He's upset. Trading is a brutal game. It really is. It happens. It happens to every new trader, bro. Every new trader, like you get so optimistic you can make money, right? Like this is really what it is. You get so optimistic you can make money that you start over-analyzing the chart. There's a famous movie from the 90s where a guy starts watching stock market and he starts trying to come up with all these different algorithms and he goes crazy from just watching the markets nonstop. And so what happens... Yeah, I mean, what happens is that you start... Like, greed overpowers discipline. And so you start getting excited. You're like, hey, I can make money. I can make money. I can make money. As well, Britt, are you looking at a 1 or 5 minute chart?
1 now. I was 5.
Yeah, look at a 5 minute chart. 5 minute charts are easier to read. And a very simple trading strategy right now, Britt, is just to draw a rectangle around from 8:30 our time all the way to where we're at now. That's the opening range. You wait for that range to break and then you buy a dip. You know, it can work really well. It's super easy strategy. It's called the opening range breakout. So you look for the orb, which is the first 15 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And then you just wait for that range to break and you buy a retest of it. You know, it doesn't work perfectly. You still got to give yourself a risk and a reward target when you're in it, but it can work well, you know.
Okay.
Feels good to hear that myself isn't the only. Yeah, I mean, look, everybody does it. Patience, guys, patience. Yeah. You can't keep a good Brit down. No, I got out of mine a long time ago, and I'm waiting. We're too flat. What's up, Blaze? Wayne Bretsky. That's your new name.
I don't know why they like calling me that. They've been pushing that for a while.
I'm for it. Keep it. You know.
Yeah.
The music stopped. All right, guys, it's been 20 minutes since the opening bell. Are you guys red or green right now? Red or green? I'm starting to see us push up some though here. Let's see if we hold. All right, so we're starting to test that 35 level I was talking about earlier. Yeah, we're up to 736. So we're getting towards the top of that opening range level here. We're over 35s as well. Let's see what we get. I gotta wait for it though. Yeah, Britt, the next, you gotta, before you just start playing around, you gotta learn different trading strategies too. I think you might be just kind of going blind trying to read it without the understanding of like trading strategies altogether. Look at this pop up. So we are up to 441s right now, chat. 441s. All right, so we just broke the opening range breakout. We get a dip down to 35. I'll buy it. And we'll cut it if we get into 30s. It's a very tight trade. That's the plan right now. I need 35s though, or at least close to this level. And it could just run without me here. But I would like a dip to 35s and then a risk of 30. You know, reward target of about 50 up there. So let's see if we get it. All right, so we're really not stopping here though. I need a dip.
But no, you're right. That is what I'm doing, is just trying to read it moment to moment. And that's not smart, but I also don't know enough about the different strategies to really implement them yet.
Yeah. Yeah, and we might not stop here. We might not get an entry here for a pullback. So I see an Iranian vessel passes through the U.S. blockade, according to Fars News. Iran's assistant foreign minister says we have sent our proposals to Washington, but has not yet provided an official response. I think the proposals are getting closer together, you know. I don't know if the U.S. is going to accept this, but it seems that they're getting a little bit closer together. So an Iranian ship passed through the blockade. Yeah, we're not really getting a stop here, though. I need a pullback, and it doesn't look like we're getting one. So we broke through the orb. Follow the moving averages. He needs to learn price action, support and resistance, volume, and time frame. No, for sure. Saving the AI trade is all the suits have. Going long helps them. Look, I'll say this. I've said this once. I'll say it again. I'm not going to be a moral trader. You know, like there's one thing that just doesn't mesh well with trading and investing, and that's morality. You know, no offense. I mean, look, you can try to prop up whatever you consider moral good in your trade. You can be a self-righteous trader, and that's fine. But going long is the biggest statistical edge in the market. It's not like I'm going to short into all-time highs just because I think it's somehow going to slightly, you know, inconvenience the suits, so to speak. Like, I'm just not doing that, brother. You know, you can. Good luck to you. You know. Yeah, orb and fair value gap on 1 minute. Yeah. I beg to differ. Listen, y'all can. Again, it's all love here, guys. Yeah, I never got my dip entry, unfortunately, here. We're starting to push up now. I'll still look for one, though. Keep going long, broski. I need a pullback. I should have held my long earlier, but that's all right. It's too close to the bell for me to hold through it. I had a feeling we were going to rebound and test highs again, but
yeah, I've got a lot of reading to do, is what this teaches me.
Yeah, bro.
But that's okay. I sure wish I'd have held my long now, though.
I know, so do I, bro. Yeah, so do I. I gotta get serious. I gotta put my backwards hat on.
Yeah, your rally cap. I made a little bit of money, but as soon as I saw that I was up like just 10 or 15 bucks to just try to recoup a little bit, I did it. Just because it seems like every time I try to hold for multiple candles, it ends up turning around on me.
Long or short right here, guys. Long or short. Yeah. I gotta go long, I think, but I need a pullback to do it. I need a reasonable pullback now. Give me like 440.
Are you still in the S&P?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why are you trading that instead of the NASDAQ? Just out of curiosity.
I mean, I just like the setup earlier better when I got on it, and I've been analyzing it ever since. NASDAQ's getting up there. 200 exponential is 250 on the NASDAQ. If we can get a pullback there, I'll take it. You know? So like here's the NASDAQ here. We get a pull back to 250, I'll buy it. Nvidia started to rebound back up, but Nvidia might hit the volume weighted average price and pull back some here. Short, Brit, just remember patience. I believe a lot of it is watching the candlesticks like a living being. Yeah, for sure. So as long or short, I see sell, short, 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 long, short. I believe a lot is watching. Brit, just remember patience is important. Short, long. I've made half the money I lost on fights this week.
Yeah, I appreciate all the advice you guys are giving me. Y'all are all, I mean, y'all are all right. I have been a little impatient, and Sam, Blazing, your comment is dead on. That's exactly what I did.
Yeah. You'll find you end up having the same issue as everyone, Brit, cutting winners too early, holding losses too long. All right, here's a dip, but this is almost catalyst related, but I'm going to buy this dip right now and then see if we bounce at the 200 exponential. I wanted 250s, and so we'll add here. This is a big candle, though. Let's see if we rebound.
Thanks, Chef.
All right, we're back in here. Excuse me.
You're excused.
I know. Thank you, Britt. I needed that.
Sure. I knew you did.
Yeah. All right, so we're down here, but I believe we can make money in this. I think a lot of people are buying this dip. There we go. Yep. Let's see if we hold up there, though. We're not really, but let's see if we do.
I'm trying to judge it based on the volume nodes, but I'm not having a whole lot of luck with that either.
Well, yeah, maybe it's too early for you.
I was going to say it's probably just my timing.
Right. No, for sure.
It's still fun, though, honestly, even though I'm losing, it's still kind of fun.
Yeah, you get used to it.
But it also helps that I'm not really trading with my with my actual money.
Yeah. Yeah, real money's different, brother. It really is. It's just different.
Yeah. To be honest with you, though, like, just because I don't like losing and I'm competitive like that, I'm treating it like real money. I'm still just as irritated.
Right, for sure. That's probably the right move, is to learn that way. All right, so we're almost green here. Let's see if we go green. All right, I'm gonna take a little bit off here. We are green. Yeah, I mean, everybody treats it like real money in the beginning. Real money is just a different, like, dynamic, though, you know? So, yeah, like, you get used to it, though. Like, you get used to it. It's something that takes time. All right, we're going to take a little bit off here.
Well, I'm sure it's a dynamic I won't actually understand until I actually am trading my own real money.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. And speaking of that, guys, if you want to check out, if you want to learn in a better way, right, learn on a prop firm. Most day traders lose. Funding your own account tens of thousands of dollars just doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. You're probably going to lose money, regardless of where you go. That's why prop firms are useful. For less than $100, you can take a challenge. If you pass the challenge, they then fund you between 25K up to 150K, 90% split on most of them. If you fail, you're out less than $100. So it really is like the best of both worlds. It genuinely is like the best of both worlds. 50% off Lucid accounts. If you use my code BGT right now, you get 50% off for 2 tries. So 50% off for up to 2 accounts, and then it goes back to 40%. Yeah. Here's,
read this bit about...
Hold on, I'm starting to lose money here on this one. But yeah, if you want 50% off, again, you can see the link pinned. This might be some news coming out though, real quick. Let's see. The NAHB housing market index came out at 37. They expected 34. That's not really going to move things like that.
Oil's not really. Let's see. It wasn't.
Okay, so really. I see this. Al Jazeera says Iran has days, not weeks, to offer the president something that breaks the deadlock. That could be what's driving this down. Brent is still elevated. Do I want to add to this? This is my Tradeify Cup account. So, like, I think if I'm going to take some risks, it's now. All right, we're at 10. Feed me green, guys. Feed me green.
When I said it was exciting, I just mean I'm enjoying trying to figure it out. That was all I meant.
Yeah, that's good. That's part of it. Like, you have to enjoy it. You know?
Yeah. I'm kind of looking at it like a puzzle, you know, a little bit.
Yeah, it's a problem-solving thing. You learn.
Yeah.
Ugh, don't do it, guys. The bear's coming in. I'm going to let the VWAP test here. But you don't love to see it, guys. You don't love to see it. All right, we tap the VWAP here. Let's see if we bounce at this bottom. Just got in my shorts too, quickly. Struggling to hold winners longer. Rejected all 50 EMA, so it was a short for me. Yeah, I'm already up, like, I was up 3 grand in this Tradeify Cup account. But we're up less than that now. We give back, like, probably like 600 bucks. I definitely don't like where we are on the volume profile right now, to be honest, but I want to give it a second either way. I'm going to have to cut some of this here. It's just looking too sketchy. All right, we'll get out. We'll have to take our calculated risk another time. NASDAQ looking red. What's Nvidia's back red on the day as well, though, and I think a lot of people are betting that we're going to go red now. Sell in May? I don't know, dude. I don't know if it's time for sell in May yet. We're already pretty green in May still. So. How are you guys doing? You guys in the Tradeify Cup? Daily green. Bear moon this weekend. Got out of my shorts too. Yeah, at this point in time, here's the previous closing price. The NASDAQ is now officially red on the day. Part of this is due to Nvidia going red, right? But the NASDAQ is now officially red on the day, right? So I'm seeing if this previous closing price and VWAP level hold as resistance, and maybe we'll take a short into it. A little bit late for a short, but that's all right. I don't mind where we're at on the volume profile. We just have to stay under the previous close in the 200 exponential here. Or not the 200, the VWAP and the previous closing price. Nvidia's starting to kind of pop back higher here. Microsoft's actually pretty green on the day as well. But after Wednesday, Nvidia earnings, Express Elevator, yeah.
Where's Google moved since it's earlier?
Google's over 400s now. So Google is currently at 400.7s right now. So Google has actually been pretty strong today. Robot saying to short, but that was W. Hopefully it doesn't dance near the VWAP. Yeah, it's at the VWAP now. This previous closing price might influence it. On the NASDAQ here, you can see it's at 29,170s. So I'm just trying to see if it holds over the previous closing prices. If it does, maybe it's bullish. But I just want to see if it rejects, and it kind of did just now. So we'll see.
It probably is an ability I need to learn to develop, Sam. So hopefully over time I can develop that same, like I said, that same ability. But we'll see.
Yeah. Yeah, it takes time. It's all pretend money. It's all monopoly money, Britt. You know?
For now.
Yeah, we're just kind of going back and forth. We're testing that previous closing price over and over again. And so, I don't know what we're going to do here. We're really kind of choppy and fake outy today. It's not really an easy day to make money. You guys red or green so far? I know I asked earlier, but Again, let me know if you're red or green right now. See, look at that big pop back higher. Look at this candle, guys. U.S. says Trump losing patience in Iran talks. A source told Al Jazeera that Iran is days, not weeks. Yeah, we saw this earlier. Outside of this could be news related. Look at this big green pop. Yeah, Google just went up and broke highs again. We went up to the 200 exponential. Very choppy though today, guys. Not a lot of easy price action, unfortunately. You know, kind of boring. Yeah, went up to that 200 exponential. Now we're coming back down here. Weird. The W pattern, Zaki? Zakai? Is that your name? Is it no news for green except the market news? Yeah. Nvidia rebounds and Google keeps going. Yeah, Nvidia's kind of chopping through the previous closing price in the 200 exponential. Red, crude is going up. Flat on the day. Caught the bottom of that with the 5 contracts. Nice. Nasdaq struggling to get over the 200 exponential here. Like here's the NQ. Right at that 200 exponential moving average. Here. I mean, it's almost up. Let's see if we actually hold over this range, though. Taking my shirt early, not looking so dumb now, but it was an emotional decision. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Sometimes you get into green trades, and even though you make money, you still kind of feel bad about it. Like if I'm down $1,000 and then all of a sudden some good news happens and it benefits my trade and I end up making $500 or $600, while I'm green, I don't necessarily feel good about it still, you know?
Yeah, I can understand that sentiment.
You know, like you're green, but you're not really happy about it, you know? I mean, you're happy, you're not...
Skill.
Right, it's not due to skill, it's just luck, you know?
Yeah, which, I mean, there's always an element of luck, even when you're good, but...
Oh, for sure, right. The poker way to look at it is, like, in poker, you might have pocket aces and lose to 2-3 offsuit, right? Over the long run, though, if you play it the right way, you'll make money. It's called plus EV, plus expected value, right? And in trading, you have to kind of look at it the same way where, you know, where you have to understand, you might get into an A+ setup that everything looks good. It looks like a perfect setup. You know, you did it the right way, you managed it the right way, you still might lose money on that trade, right? But long term, if you continue to take trades like that, you're going to make money. Just like in poker, you continue to play aces the right way or whatever, wait for good hands or whatever, you're going to make money. And so that's the way you have to look at it on both fronts.
It's good advice.
Yeah.
I'm sitting here wondering if it's going to rebound off this node and go back down.
Well, realistically, right now we're just sideways, Britt. So here we are. This is, you know, basically the opening price action is a big rectangle. Yeah, I am now in my Tradeify Gold Cup account, which we're up on, but we're not doing good. I'll show you guys this now. I am in a short, if you want to look at it and make fun of my trade right now, guys. Here it is. Where'd it go? Hold on. It should let me pull this up. I mean, you could see it. I need a reversal here. Good thing is that we had $3,000 in profit built up, so we're still up about 1,000 here. I'm looking for some red to show up in this, but yeah, I'm just looking for a breakdown here, but it's not looking good. You know, the thing about this Tradeify Cup is that you got to keep pushing every day or you're going to fall out of the 1,000. So, like, you got to trade it much more aggressively. This is a Tradeify Cup account, so it's like a trading competition paper account. But yes, I am down. I'm actually up $1,200 in this account. But I'm down about 1,000 in this trade. So, I'm hoping the bears regain control, but not a good day for trading to kind of push in this, you know. I should have got Brit in this, you know, in this competition. It might have been a good kind of introductory thing for him. But
yeah, maybe. I mean, probably.
Yeah.
And I could have displayed my lack of skills to the world.
I know you could have, dude. You could have won, Brit. You could have win. Thing about trading is, you know, you gotta just, you know, anybody can win.
Yeah. To some extent, it is kind of luck of the draw, but
yeah.
I also lack the skills necessary to tip the scales in my favor, even with luck.
Yeah. I need like a tweet to help me. Only a tweet can save me, guys. Give me a tweet.
Tweedledee or Tweedledum?
Tweedledum for sure. Definitely dumb. All right, so Iran says U.S. demands are still excessive despite draft changes. Tasnim cites source close to negotiation team. See this news. Maybe this will help me. Yeah, we're very flat and choppy though. We're waiting for this range to break, but it's not an easy range. That's Brit pumping the market. Brit did sell, you know, so we got to go up now.
Yep.
Hey, what's up, NM? Thank you for the donation, my friend. Shout out to NM.
Thanks, NM.
Yeah, I'm losing here, guys. I'm losing. Yeah, thank you, brother. Sox has moved 10%. I'm probably going to cut this very soon now that we're over the 200 EMA. Unless we drop immediately down. I have to just wait. Take my risk trade another time, I think, here. Alright, I'm out. We're getting to a point where I don't like it on the volume profile. Now, we do have this range that we could probably look at here, though. Everybody sees this range now. I need sleep. Hey, see you, Jay.
Later.
Iran says demand still excessive despite draft changes. But markets don't care. Yeah, so a source close to the negotiating team told the Iranian news agency Tasnim, despite some changes in the new document from the Americans, a substantive The substantial differences stemming from the Americans' greed and lack of realism remain. Iran will not concede its firm and principled positions regarding ending the war and realizing the rights of the Iranian people. Iran's frozen assets must return to the people in a clear and definitive manner, and paper promises are of no use. Despite some promises, there's dispute regarding the return of frozen funds. This came out like 4 minutes ago, though, so markets haven't really reacted to it unless I got it early again, but, you know. I decided to give Lucid a go. You haven't done Lucid yet, Sam? Lucid's great, brother. Lucid's great. You know. But thank you, Sam. I appreciate you, my friend.
Yeah, thanks, Sam. Sorry, I'm reacting late to all these because I'm not actually watching the chat right now.
Yeah, now we're coming right back down here. I'm just getting stuck in this high volume area. But markets also might be kind of digesting. Markets could also just be digesting some of this news in oil. Let's see if oil's
falling pretty heavy.
Yeah. Oil's not really moving, though.
Okay, I'm back green for the day. Not by much, but...
I knew you could do it, bro. I knew you could do it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I probably should have stuck in it a little longer, but I was just trying to take my my gains just to break even again real quick.
Yeah. That's not the bad move. Crude is ticking back up? Not really. Yeah, Apex has got 90% off. Take Profit's got 50% off. Lucid has 50% off for 2 tries as well right now. So, code BGT will work. I appreciate it. You can find all the links in the description and use code BGT. It'll give you those discounts. But I appreciate the love. Thanks so much, guys. Appreciate the support. Bro needs sleep? It's 10 a.m. Brit? Did he say that?
What? Who?
You need sleep, Brit?
I didn't say that.
Bro, why are you putting words in Brit's mouth? Yeah. No. It's all good. Yeah, oil's not really upticking like you would think if this news, if the market movement is geopolitics related. So honestly, this is just the worst range here for markets here. You don't love to see it here, guys. You don't love it.
Honestly, Sam, I have no idea. I mean, clue me in.
I don't need sleep.
I don't think that neither one of us has said we were tired.
I think honestly, I got more sleep last night than I have in a while.
I slept like 6
Oh, y'all are
hours
talking about
time.
Jay. Yeah, y'all are talking about Jay. So Jay's from Australia. So she's Australian, might. You know? So. Yeah. Y'all are talking about Jay. She's from Australia. NASDAQ starting to rip back up here, but very flat, choppy market. Sell of welcome afternoon like last Friday. Yeah. What do you want, EMA 50 or pointing? Reopen straight. I mean, we're volatile right now, but we're not really super volatile right now, unfortunately, in markets. It's just sideways. Nvidia's sideways, right? Nvidia might trend sideways until earnings on Wednesday as well, though. So, like, realistically, Nvidia could just trend neutrally until earnings on Wednesday regardless, right? So, like, it might be choppy and sideways no matter what today and tomorrow and Tuesday and Wednesday, just because of earnings coming out on Wednesday, right? So markets could just not move in any easy direction until then, because Nvidia earnings, you got to understand, are kind of like the Super Bowl of earnings, right? It's the single biggest, most weighted stock in the stock market, and so in terms of influence, it's going to have the most influence. People might be apprehensive, or we might move in like big, powerful directions. Really hard to tell, but sometimes we're choppy leading into it, which is kind of what we're getting today. Hey, nice blaze. Hey, good job, dude. Nvidia is still flat. The biggest strong stock today is Google. Google's up to almost 405s. So Google is consistently breaking all-time highs. Consistently breaking all-time highs. So they got up to 404.30s this morning. And so Google has really been what's driving this market here. Question is, when does it stop? And Nvidia is still kind of looking sketchy here, though. Yeah, like, look at Google right here, guys. We're up to 404s. What a waste of a trading day. It's definitely not good. It might be a good day for Brit to learn on, though, just because it kind of shows him what can happen, which is just sideways chop.
Yeah, and it's messing me over pretty good. But that's okay. I'm just going to sit in a while and see what happens.
Yeah. Source close to the negotiating team told the Iranian news agency Iran, as it has announced previously, does not intend to develop nuclear weapons, and this claim is merely an excuse and deception of the part of the Americans. The Americans' demand in the nuclear field are merely political excuses against the rights of the people. In addition, they are still trying to link the negotiation on ending the conflict to the nuclear issue, which is contrary to logic, and Iran will not agree to it. So, this is bad. This ain't good. Let's see if it drives the market the other way now. Yeah, so Tasnim says Iran, under no circumstances, trades the war end for nuclear. So that news just came out a couple minutes ago. Let's see if the markets start to turn. Here's Nvidia, Google, NASDAQ, S&P. Should have kept trading the S&P. It looks a little bit better than the NASDAQ right now anyway. Try the lunchtime trading hour. I don't know. It's too boring. We're still bad as good, good as bad area. Yeah, maybe a little bit. How you doing, Britt? You still trade over there, dude?
Yeah, I'm down. It's okay.
It's
I'm not that worried about it. Honestly, I'm just trying to take the time to learn.
Yeah.
I'm not really focusing on wins or losses that much right now.
You got to remember, Britt. Calculate risk and reward before you get into every trade. Every single trade you get involved with, calculate reward and risk, right?
Yeah.
Every single trade, no matter what, right? Number one, it'll slow you down. Hold on. It'll slow you down to a point in which you're not just kind of taking trades at random. It'll also teach you discipline and structure, you know? And so that's, you know, yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Well, he's trading a challenge, like an eval, which I think is a great way to him learn, because he's still risking something, but he's not risking like anything big. So he's trading an eval.
Yep.
Yeah, what's up, GP? We'll get there. I think actually evals are better to learn on though, because you're still risking something. Trading's about learning to perform under pressure. And a paper trade, you can just keep adding to it until you make money, you know? All right, market's turning down here, though. We are starting to fall. I wonder if Warsh is going to cut or catch and raise. I don't think he's going to raise now. I think he's going to continue to look at inflation, see how long the war lasts. All right, so we are short now. I'll put this up, but I can't get how to put my P&L back up. Let me, try to get my P&L up for you guys, that little window. There we go. I'm gonna add more. I'd love to see a breakdown underneath it. I think some of the news we had kind of discounted some of the news we had earlier on the upside, so maybe we'll get some downward pressure now, but you never really know. But Iran coming out saying nuclear is not on the table was bad, and I don't know if we're necessarily going to accept that. I think markets might start pricing in bearishness leading into it, and that's why I'm short right now. But again, just a speculation here. Selling bull puts. You guys red or green so far today, chat? Let's take a little bit more off here, just protect. Yeah, I think evals are the best option to learn on as well. Again, if you want to check out Lucid, guys, great way to help support your boy here. You can see the link pinned at the top of the chat is a Lucid link. 50% off Lucid for 2 uses. Look at this drop here. So the thesis was correct here. Look at this. I'm going to add a little bit to this now. Look at this drop coming in. This looks news related, though. What time is it?
It's 9:29.
Yeah. All right, we're going to take a little bit more off here. Lock that in. We're right at these low levels here. Let's see if we keep breaking down. I don't see any new news. Markets could just be delayed reaction to the previous news we talked about.
Yeah.
Yeah, fundamental differences between Iranian and American tech still remain, according to Tasnim. I mean, I can hold some of this break even. I'm definitely going to cut a little bit if we break over the break even line, but I want to see if we get some bear pressure still. I can take a little bit more off though. It moved my average, but I'm still going to keep that previous.
It's going to sound weird, but it feels like we're going to get more bear pressure. I know.
Yeah.
Say it feels that way is weird, but.
No, I mean, it's intuition. You start to see like somebody said it earlier, you got to watch it kind of like it's a live animal moving, right? Like you can kind of see who starts to get control, and look, here's the bears stepping in. I will take one more off here and then hold the last little bit as green as I can. Yeah. We're at the lows now, though, so if we do get a bounce, it could be right here. But we've already rode the bear side down enough to where we're going to be good regardless. Yeah, you get Lucid 50% off right now, chat. So 50% off Lucid for two things. Use coupon code BGT at checkout, guys. BGT at checkout will get you the max discount. Starting to flush down some more. Let's see if we hold. Hey, shout out to BJ. Appreciate the love. Thanks so much. We're starting to rip down here. Let's see if this trend continues. Appreciate the sub. Y'all hit the subscribe button, guys. Where are the likes at right now? Can we get 300 likes today?
Yeah, help us out, guys.
We still got almost 600 people here. We're streaming a little bit later. If you appreciate that, hit the like button. If you want us to keep streaming later, hit the like button. All right, we're kind of rejecting here at that 150 level. I don't know if we're going to have enough steam to break these lows, though. Let's see. I'm going to get out of one more here. I cut a lot of mine off. I'll leave the last little bit. Maybe I'll add back if like a rebound to the VWAP. But here every day and forget to like every day. Look at this red still showing up here, guys. Wow. So we just cracked the lows now. Not quite the lows of the day, but the lows of the last few hours here. Lows of the day look like around 50, 29.50 here. But look at this breakdown. That bear thesis I gave earlier was right. It makes sense. All right, we're going to add to this. See if we get, look at that drop. There you go.
Ooh, yeah.
Feed me lows of the day. Take a little bit more off here and kind of scale out as time goes on. But what is this new color I'm seeing? It's red. Red is this new color. Look, feed me lows of the day. We're at lows of the day here. I'm going to take another one off right at the low in case we liquidity grab back down there and then use the rest as kind of a... Man, look at this red. Take one more off here. Prepare for a liquidity grab on the upside now. See if we bounce right now. I think if we bounce right here.
What do you think the odds are we're going to bounce?
I think they're pretty likely that we're going to bounce sometime in the next like minute or two. Just by how deep the red is. A lot of the time you get what's called a dead cat bounce after such a big drop. It means we still might continue down. But I think we've dropped enough. But sometimes we don't stop. And that's why we're holding a piece of this just in case we don't stop, which we haven't yet.
Yeah. Yeah, I grabbed another piece earlier too.
Where do we bounce, guys? What number? This is the NASDAQ. Maybe 29K could be a bounce level here. 29,000, big psychological level right here. Three fair value gaps just formed. And we're still dropping
a little bit, and then it looked like it rejected. It looked like
yeah,
it's trying again.
Yeah, we went right down to 29,000. Right, 29K, big psychological level.
Yeah.
You know, we have this low down here at 90 as well right here, so maybe that level holds, but look, here's 29,000 right here. I'm gonna cut probably right here because we just, I don't know here, man, actually.
Still dropping.
Yeah, it is.
Is this news related, or is it just a natural drop?
I'm scaling out. I have one contract left. We've been adding to it. I don't know. I don't see anything that would move this. Again, I think this is... Remember I told you guys up here that I thought markets would start pricing in a reversal of the news we got earlier, the optimism we got earlier. Iran saying that they're not going to negotiate regarding... I'm going to get out right here. Actually, I just accidentally added to it. We're going to get out right here. Anyways, yeah, I think... remember I said earlier, maybe like 10 minutes ago, that I thought Iran was going to start, that markets were going to start pricing in a change in the dynamic where earlier markets were like super bullish because they thought that we were closer to an Iran deal. And then Iran came out being like, yo, nuclear's off the table. Like, we're not going to get a deal done, you know, regarding nuclear. It's off the table, basically. I thought that was worse than markets originally reacted to. And so my sentiment was that, hey, we're probably going to reverse back down here. Markets are going to start reversing some of that optimism that we saw earlier. And that's what happened, right? Markets started reversing way up here. And yeah, markets started pricing in some of that more pessimism. Oil started rising. Oil, again, if you take a look at WTI crude, oil's back up to 102s right now. Markets are just kind of repricing in some of that big optimism they had earlier, reversing. So I mean, I don't know if any rate hike news happened. I mean, we're not cutting rates today. We don't have any Fed decisions until June. So I don't know what rate hike news we would get. But yeah, that's essentially what's going on here. Yeah, yields are back up, I'm sure, right now, based off of longer conflict potential. Yeah, here's a potential dead cat bounce. Looks like we got out almost exactly at the right time, too.
I just went long on it.
Oh. Hey, well, good luck, my friend.
Well, thank you.
I hope you make some
I'm
money.
not going to hold it too long.
Yeah. I mean, I don't hate the long. I mean, it's an exhaustion bounce, you know?
Well, I rode the low all the way down, and so
yeah,
I just got out again, just made a little extra money. So I'm green $250 on the day.
Good. Take it slow, man. You know, just take it slow.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, guys.
It's still going, but I didn't want to try to ride it any higher.
Yeah, I feel you. Yeah, that's all good. All right, guys. I think I'm gonna go ahead and cut out of here, guys. Remember, if you haven't already, Take Profit still has their 50% off deal going on. Still got 50% off. Apex still has 90% off. The cheapest accounts in the game. You can get the base one for like 20 or 25 bucks on Apex. Lucid has 50% off, which is a huge sale for them. Use code BGT on all of them. Get you the max discount. So, you ever wanted to try Take Profit, they've got a great sale going on right now. Lucid 50%, Apex 90%, Tradeify cheapest direct to funded here. So Tradeify, again, they're direct to funded right now. If you take a look at this, I showed this a lot, but you know, they're direct to funded right now, dude.
Yeah, take advantage of you know, all these deals out there. You guys, and smash the like button, join the Discord, follow us on X. You know, it sure would be appreciated. And yeah,
$207.
That'd be very appreciated.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. Do we have 300 likes yet? I don't think we do. Chat?
No, we're 264. Help us out, guys. Just real quick. I mean, we're right here at the, you know, at the end here.
Yeah. Do it now, guys. Do it now. All right, guys. All love to everybody here.
Absolutely. Thanks for all the encouragement and support, you guys. And Sam, I would be very interested in that. I'll have to look into what that is. But, I mean, I know what a retracement is. But anyway, I would be very interested in any help you could provide. So thank you.
Yeah, guys. Y'all be good. Have a great day. Be safe.
Have
love
a great
to everybody.
Day, you guys.
Use code BGT. Guys, you know you want to. Try it one time. It might feel good. Do it now. Guys, do it now.
Everybody's doing it.
Everybody's doing it. Try it one time. BGT. Let me know what it stands for. And y'all have a great day. I'll see you guys later.
Later, guys.